Hello. Hi. This is the new one I'm trying to do, is catch anxiety at the last time. Just a millisecond or two off, but just to see what a reaction looks like. It's like, oh, we're on. Hi. How are you guys doing tonight? Great to see you. Great to see you.
You never know what you're going to catch when you do that. So,
that's right.
I would be careful with that.
I think somebody's hinting for the horn again, I believe.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's not start with that. Especially if somebody is new here. Let's at least get them to know us a little bit before we
scare them off.
Scare them off. Yes, today is Monday, guys, and
That's
usually we have our interview nights today.
That's right.
But guess what? We decided to go on special today and have a very important chat. This is what we usually do behind the scenes of YouTube, the way we are working on our channel. Today we are going to work on our all channels together.
That's right.
As part of one of our approaches of how we do it with ours. You can see it and apply to yours as well.
That's right.
So what are we going to do today?
Guys, we are going to look to see what the dreaded big guys are doing. As not a lot, that's not fair, but I do hear it by time to time. And, there are some, like in music and everything, there are what I call the boy band type of YouTubers that got thrown in. You knew where it was going. There was no way around it. But we can't forget there's a lot of them that spent years working their way to get where they are on here. And that's where a lot of the lessons come. That's where Xenia and I have been inspired by a lot. We're going to share some of the ones we've been inspired by. We're also going to go and look about new ways that we can update our channel. And hopefully you guys can be working with us at the same time. We'll go look around for suggestions from you guys of people we can look at. One thing, guys, copyright issues. We're not looking at videos, though. You guys know the videos already. That's another thing. We're looking more channel layout, stuff like that. Maybe we'll look at tags a bit on videos and stuff like that. you know, in that area. It's
content is your forte, you know, depending on what category you are on. So we're gonna try to look more on the layout and so on. And this is just one of the things that we're gonna be doing in March. This month is a year since we started our YouTube live shows. That's right, on 29th of March is a year anniversary of our live with Puša shows, and we're gonna try and put you a little bit in behind the scenes of what and how we're doing. We're usually doing it during our Tuesday Tech Talks and Shoutouts as well, but this is gonna be kind of a little bit different ways of what we're doing here besides that.
That's right. Let's go with a little more chill music for now. There we go.
Yes, that's right. And hello everybody that is joining us here, and we're so glad to see you here. Thank you for all the thank yous I see there.
Yes.
Guys, remember that we're only putting you in a sunlight, and it's your content, is you that makes your channel work.
You own your goals, guys. You made them happen. We're just a commercial in between and some advice along the way. Nobody owns what you've done, and nobody owns your accomplishments. You guys are the ones that made it happen, and we are pleasured to be shoulder to shoulder with each and every one of you amazing creators. I just wanted to tell you that once again.
That's right, and that's a special surprise today as well. We're not going to be reviewing only big YouTubers' channels.
That's right.
We are going to go face to face with us here. We are going to randomly choose a channel every so often that we're going to review as well after we review the big YouTuber. So you never know, it might be you. You have to be in the chat though in order for it to happen. It's going to be completely random.
Yep, no wheels, no nothing.
No wheels, no nothing. We're going to look at your channel, see what you can improve, and see what we can see with regards to comparison with the big YouTubers, you know. Try to work on our channels here. A little workshop, I must say, today.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to welcome RSDT as well. I looked at your channel. I tried to check something quickly. If you haven't gotten wrenches yet, we're going to get to them. Have no fear. But I looked at yours, and I seen your first video was Latvian fire stations. I don't know if you know Xenia is from Latvia originally, and you're from Norway, but to have the Latvian stations, I thought that was kind of neat. So.
Yeah, the world is small, so let me know a little bit more about that. Yeah. How did you get to us, and how did you get the content about Latvian fire stations? Such a niche category.
That's right, and we also want to welcome, where are you now? Jatha Juggalo from West Palm Beach. So welcome to you.
And we want to say a special thank you to Eileen. You guys rock. Thank you so much for supporting us through Super Chat.
You're such a sweetie.
I will definitely look at that afterwards for sure. Thank you so much for updating me. Guys, and this is amazing. You're sending us DMs on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, asking questions, you know, about your channels and in general about YouTube, asking for tips and so on. We appreciate your respect for us and what we're doing here, that you trust us with the tips that we're giving here.
And also your respect and understanding that we can't get to them as fast. Maybe sometimes you're hoping, but we do try our best, so we really do appreciate it.
It's very humbling too, you know.
It is
that people are trusting in it for sure. And we are no experts, you know. We always repeat that. We try our best, but we learn together with you guys.
We got the doctor in the house.
Yes, Dr. Stan Egberg.
How are you tonight, my friend? Past guest, season 1. Great to see you. Great to see you.
And he is growing like a rocket up to the sky.
That's right.
Yes.
Wow, it's very impressive.
He is trending. Oh my God, he has grown so much since the last time we had him on our channel live.
He just passed 20,000.
Yes, that's right.
He's
amazing, amazing, and not only his subscribers, his views, his watch times.
Yep.
I've been following, lurking into the videos, as I often do with our past guests, and congratulations on that.
Oh my God.
Way to go.
Espen, you're crazy, man. Yes to the Vikings. You are so kind.
Skull.
Skull.
What do I have here? Coffee.
I'm sorry,
okay.
which was
Skull.
Oh, thank you, friends. Unboxing, that is so sweet. Appreciate that.
Just wanted to remind you guys that this is a stream where we try to learn something together. It does not suffer or anything like that. You're more than welcome to network with each other, but if you do follow somebody, try to leave the comment on their video and not in the chat about that. That's the best way to do it. All the questions are welcomed in the chat with regards to anything that we are talking about here. If you do try to spam anything, we will have to time you out though.
Yes.
So just a warning.
That's right, guys. Keep it clean. Keep it above the belt. treat people in here as you would treat them in real life, and we're going to get along just fine and have an awesome night. So
that's right. And of course, as always, all your questions are welcomed. We're going to review the big channels together. It's not just going to be us, it's you in the chat as well. If you are addressing something to us, please remember at Push Studios or hashtag Push Studios on the phone, so I can see it in orange and I can notice it even better to read it out or to copy it and save it for us as well. Thank you so much.
You said, oh, there's a spelling mistake in the title. LLVE instead of live.
Okay. Well,
yeah, we missed it. Thank you very much for letting us know.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
That is awesome. This is what it's all about, guys. This is awesome, is doing the things together.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do on this stream, the question, we just covered that, but we're going to repeat that in a little bit of time. And guys, of course, the shout out roll call for everybody that is here, the Blue Ranch selfies, and all of that is going to be coming up as we always do here.
That's right, guys. There's a link right there. A selfie of you watching this. You can't do that. A selfie of you would be great. You have merch. There's where you can self-promote. Don't be shy to put it on. Show everybody what you got going. Just please make sure to have the included hashtag Blue Ranch group once you click on the link so everybody, including us, can see you. One sip at a time is in here. It's just capital in the oh, it's just a capital I in the live. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine, but I will still check that out. Thank you so much.
I love when craft beer pours in one sip at a time. Their husband and wife, of course, you probably figured that out by now when they talk to each other in here. I love it. I always find that so cool.
Stacy, here we grow again. Hello. Guys, we're please reminding you as well, if you can share this out, if you can hit that like button and subscribe if you are new somewhere in the bottom below. We do appreciate that as well.
You're so funny, Stacy. Love having you in. I just love it. I love it. I'm so happy my hubby has a baseball game tonight, Pusa Studios. I'm all yours. Super excited. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Good evening to you too, Robert. We're going to shout everybody's name out in just a second, guys. Say a great big hello and a arena-sized welcome to you all for being here. Yes,
they're fixed.
Gene Bear got Paul up already. There you go. You gotta love consistency.
I know. keep hammering with that.
That's
I forget all the time. Gotta get on it. I know. It's so bad when what 16 now. You had your birthday. 16-year-old is telling you all the time, like nagging you into what you have to do.
Simple Joys, what's going on? G'day. How are you? Oh, he's gonna be late too. You're so funny.
Miss M, hello and welcome to our channel here.
Welcome.
No, I'm gonna close my chat just for a second so I can correct the mistake. Thank you so much again for noticing that.
Yes, we do appreciate it, guys. That's what it's all about. Like we say, we're all in it together, folks. In the meantime, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. You haven't tweeted out, please do. You haven't told some friends about what's going on here, please do. And if you're new here, if you can hit that subscribe button, it would really be appreciated. You can find all the things we got going on. That's right, folks, 6 nights a week. Yes, you heard that right, 6 nights a week. Well, 5 nights a week, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Thursday is 1 p.m. Eastern. That's when we have our Wheel Shoutouts daytime edition for all those people across the pond that are so kind to stay up and watch us. So.
Yes, that's right, guys. And, this is going to be an interesting month. As I mentioned, this is a month of us this is a time last year when we were trying to get to 1,000.
Yeah, that's right. That's where it all was beginning.
That's exactly what's happening. And we got it at the end of March. And the first time we went live with our show was 29th of March. Pencil in that in your calendars. It's going to be something special then. But in the meantime, we're going to try to get a little bit in behind of how we got here.
That's right. A little bit. And Trish says, you 6 times a week, you're crazy animals.
I know.
Just crazy in general.
Crazy, yeah. Oh, you read my mind. That's exactly what I was just going to say. Just crazy, yes. Nero Trigger, yes. The taxman. Oh, that happens. You do it. Hello. Good to see you here as well. Hot Rod Rodney, good to see you back again. Haven't seen you for a while. That is awesome.
Guys, we're hitting over 80 now, climbing up towards 100, so please keep hitting that like button, tweeting out, tell friends, all that good stuff. It's great to hang out with you all. It's going to be a great conversation tonight. As mentioned earlier, we are going to be discussing what makes the big guys tick.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm starting to talk like you more and more every day.
Well, you're married to me, honey. Yeah. Surprise.
Every
announcement, we're married.
Every expression I ever knew growing up right now is going out the window by the day. I can feel it. So
Yeah, this is what happens when you hang around crazy people, you know?
Cute people.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's too sweet.
Oh, I know. It's
My
just like
goodness.
sugar.
Oh.
You're going to get a toothache from it. Speaking of sweet, there's Roger from Canadian Drone Hub and Kim. How are you doing? Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. I like to be here because meet new friends. Nice. Hey, it's a good reason as any.
Are you kidding? Once a bit of time.
Oh yeah, that's it. She's on a funny roll.
Who knows?
There.
Who knows?
She's baiting the hook. That girl.
Caught the ASMR. There is a project coming up together with our Mix Laura ASMR that we did our interview with last Friday.
Project together with her. It's gonna be really cool.
And we're so looking forward to that. There is also another amazing event coming up, probably this or next week. A little collaboration with a different channel. I'm going to wait till that channel comes in to announce it. But there is something really cool happening this or next week. So stay tuned. And if the channel is going to come in, I will let you know as well.
I was backing you up. I thought you have to have noises with ASMR.
And the band photographer is already chiming into with our theme today. It says the big guys make good content every day and have good researchers that understand what content is trending. Of course, it is a lot of teamwork, but we got to remember that they have all started somewhere, and the same as we all here. So we're going to try to learn from that. Gene Bear.
You don't have to do that, Gene Bear. Just enjoy the time. That's really kind of.
Thanks God.
And yes, we're going to try to get Paul Brown on. Yes, don't worry.
Thanks God you're over 13.
I don't think we could ever forget it. So no problem.
Thanks God you're over 13. Otherwise, we would have to return it to you somehow.
Exactly. But even that you don't have to do. Just being here is enough.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Again, just a reminder, if you can hit that like button and share it out, we do appreciate. Just a reminder that YouTube doesn't share automatically anymore.
We need help,
videos
guys.
that you like or add to your playlist. So please share it manually. We do appreciate. Tell your friends. You can even private message somebody that you really hang around with on YouTube. It's more fun. Do that, please, if you can, and hit subscribe button.
Destinations Chronicles, you're never late. You know how that works. The moment you got here was the best time to be here. Like Megan's blog all the way from China.
Good morning.
Look at that. And Drive Shaft Drew right underneath it. Well, my God, I got to go get a lottery ticket today. Got great channels in here. Man, it's getting better by the minute. And we're going to have a really good conversation, guys. This is going to be really pertinent to what we're all doing on YouTube. And one thing Xenia just said about the big YouTubers. Remember, at one point in time, they had the exact same number of subscribers that everybody has in here right now. That's a given. They didn't just come on the scene with 1 million handed to them. Yeah. And a lot of them worked very hard to get where they are. And that's what we're doing, the same thing. We're all in the same boat. It's not guaranteed that we're all going to get there. The main thing is we're going to put our best foot there in case opportunity knocks. We'll all be waiting. So. And
I like to see that there are some a little bit bigger than us YouTubers on the chat as well here right now, because it's going to be great to see a different input, because obviously at different milestones you have a little bit different view towards what is going on your YouTube and how do you do your channel. So it's great to have you guys here as well. Yes, like you do it, and Rake It, for example, and some other ones as well.
Dr. Egbert, that's growing quickly. You know, there's a lot of great channels in there, guys, that we've seen just in our time really taking off. And it's the work, and it's all that package together that makes things happen. It's not just one element.
That's right. So we hope that you guys can share your input on what we're doing here as well, and reviewing the big YouTubers.
That's right.
Can we dare that? Are we daring enough to review big YouTubers? We'll try that today.
It's gonna be a real learning experience for us all, and it's something that we do a lot, guys. It really is. This is what we're kind of doing, is opening up a bit more into what our process is more and more. And there you go, guys. There's 3 big ones right there. I meant to put them up here a while ago. And all these ones are self-made. I can't stress that enough.
Yep.
That's exactly their story.
And they are not the only ones that we're going to be reviewing. It's just an example of a taste test. I love that. Of different categories as well, so it can pertain to you as well. And Canadian Drone Hub is celebrating 1 year on YouTube, doing 7 times a week live streams.
He is always on. It's more rare
Wow.
not to catch Roger doing a live stream. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulate Canadian Drone Hub.
Yeah, please throw some
7
emojis, guys,
times.
in the
Wow.
chat for Roger. And he works really, really hard.
Every day?
Yeah.
You know how people do vlogs every day? Well,
Yeah.
Canadian Drone Hub is live streaming every day for a year. Sometimes even twice.
Yeah, exactly. No, and he's been so good to help so many channels. Always been, he's been a friend of mine for a long time now since we've been on here. It feels like years, and I just couldn't be prouder of him. So well deserved, my friend. And it's just the beginning, as we always say. It's just the beginning.
And you can oftentimes catch Mr. Andrew here on the live streams at Canadian Drone Hub too.
That's right. Mr. Andrew can be found.
Mr. Andrew is misbehaving on the Canadian Drone. I'm still surprised sometimes he still accepts you there. I don't know, guys. It gets really crazy sometimes.
It is, but it's a lot of fun. I love going
Yes.
there. I love hanging out with them. They're awesome people.
Net Cruiser here as well.
Yep.
Also channel over 10K, and
Yep.
that is awesome.
Welcome, my friend. Great to see you all in here, guys.
Yes, little Amalora, good to see you. Didn't get the notification. Oh, yeah, well, we only get 17% of traffic from notifications, guys. And
Yep.
yeah, that's interesting. But, you know, that's YouTube.
That's YouTube.
That's YouTube. We are going to do a roll call real soon.
Just speaking of that, guys, though, that we do need that extra push lately, because as the big guys, we're all getting hit with that push right now with YouTube. We're losing sometimes 25-30% of our views at the end and stuff like that. So if you guys can really push it out for us, get it out there, tweeting it out, telling friends, hitting the like button, it really, really helps us out a lot right now. And please do that for every channel, not just ours. Everyone you visit, if you like what they're doing, please help them out, because everybody needs that right now more than ever.
And no, if the Zombified is lurking here, I'm gonna answer your tweet live. We're not giving more promotion to the big YouTubers. We're trying to understand what they're doing
That's
right,
right.
so we can do it too. And this is what we do behind the scenes anyway. This is how we are getting inspired by bigger YouTubers, and we just decided to do it together with you this time.
That's right, guys. That is something that I've been hearing for a while, and it drives me crazy. And this goes on in bands and actors and anything else, especially in the arts. It's very in to hate on everybody that's gotten some success. And that's not fair, because you could be up there next, and I don't think you want people seeing you that way. There is some that didn't deserve it. There are some that deserved it, but that's life. We can't change that. We got to worry about ourselves, but we need to look to the future. And these guys, as I think it was Panda Photographer said a while ago, they have money invested in all this. It does the research. All that R&D to get more noticed is what we all can learn from. That doesn't cost us a cent. That's why it's so important to check them out, see what they're doing, and see what we can get from it to help ourselves. It's just normal. You're a hockey player. You're 12 years old. You're going to be looking at the NHL to be inspired. You're a basketball player. You're going to be looking at the NBA, so on and so forth. No matter what you do, if you're not looking there, you've basically just cut yourself off from any kind of growth right on the spot. So, yeah. So, we can hate on them, or we can learn from them. And there's only two choices with it. Exactly, one sip at a time. Oh, I love that one. You learn to cook from a recipe. Very good analogy. I love that. It is true. Very true. And it's not that everything's going to work that you see that they do, because you got to remember too, they're so big, they're getting brand powers, they're doing it. We're more looking not to promote them tonight. We're more looking to talk about what they got going on and what we can extract from it for our own benefit. If you want to put it in the more selfish terms, I guess. That's the way I would see it. But I'm going to start right now, guys. I am going to call you all out and say hello to you all, because you guys deserve it. You guys make the show what it is. In the meantime, once again, guys, please keep hitting that like button, tweeting it out, all that good stuff, because we really appreciate the help. You guys are awesome. You're so awesome that you deserve an arena-size welcome. And I want to say a great big hello to, here, let's, yo, it's my boy Leo, Weidman Photography. What the Paranormal, What the Snack, Vexicore, Uncle Mickey, Ulrich and Brenda Canada, the Tiffany, oh my God, the Tiffy Journey. I'm so butchering this one. I'm sorry. It's just so awesome to have you in here, and I'm horrible at names. All on me, all my fault. Love having you here. The Simple Joys in the House, the Shiny Collector JVB, the Art of Read, Stacy, Here We Grow Again, Sophia Tailoring, Socially Balanced TV, Simple Combo, She rocks. Strapping Irish. Thank you once again for the merch, man. We are loving it. I gotta keep plugging that. Love it. RSDT7 Norwegians in the house. Ray Kid is in here. Ray Kid, my buddy, how are you? Open Shut is in there. One sip at a time with the great analogies. Great to see you. Omar Master. Octave Doggin is in the house. Nightstrix. Net Cruiser. RC Tech Cars. What's going on, my friend? Nero Trigger. My Permaculture Garden. My Old Ladies Cooking Show. Mountain Man. Miss M. Mim. Micro Homesteaders. Megan's Blog. Master B. Little Llama Laura. Leonard Plays. Cardoso Media. Just My Fish. Just Juju. Johnson Joy. Jeff's wife Christine. Jackie Haru Food Reviews. It's me, Dillabella. Iron Lung 420. I Crazy's in the house. Gil Skills was about to leave the road a while ago because of my ASMR skills. Because he was so impressed, he just couldn't hold on the wheel. Gabriel Z's in here. Frangie Unboxing. Espen Matheson is in the house. Eric Garcia. El Jaco 19. Eileen Villieu the Fan. Drone Shots. Drive Shaft Drew. Destination Chronicles. Depew Fama 5. Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch. Colorado Fisher. Centroid Aerial Images. Carmen's Collections. Canadian Drone Hub, who's celebrating 1 year today. Anniversary, guys. Canadian Drone Hub. Once again, a huge congratulations to you. Awesome Epic Adventures in the house. ATJH Travels is here. Great to see you. Art That Heals Stephanie. Aromic Suds. Annette the Encourager. Andrew Fishman. Amy Amore. Alex the Blue Man, reviewer and gamer. And then we got lots more here, guys, because of course it missed many. I see Leonard Plays in here. Centroid Aerial Images. Cardoso Media. Who else have I missed? Andy McDandy, Canadian. Good to see you. A Life at Home. Terrell's Artwork Channel, guys. Terrell's Artwork Channel is the original blue wrench. That's right. There was a time when there was just one wrench in here, and that was Terrell's Artwork Channel. Been with us ever since. Could never have done any of this without him. So please show some love to Terrell. I really, really, really appreciate it. Big Rob, aka Godfather Scratcher. How are you, my friend? Joel Southgate, how are you? Good to see you. Stacy, here we grow again. So glad you can make it. Hope the hubby has a good time at baseball. Stingray Steve is in here. What about Steve? What about Stingray Steve? That's right. Good to see you. We have Diamond Point Creations Enterprise LLC. Haney. We have Crazy Chicken Dude, XOXO AIM. Gemma's Journey Grace in the house. How are you? Stanley's Orchard. Good evening. Always a pleasure to see you as well. Thank you so much. And anybody else we missed here? Let's see. Arthur Moorhead is in here. Great to see you. Tornado Gaming 234. What's going on? I missed seeing that right at the very top. I know you were in earlier. That's YouTube for you, but great to see you. Champ Works Garage. How you doing? Good to see you. Great to have you in, guys. Each and every one of you. Such a pleasure. KB211. I see My Family Gardens in here. Miss M. And anybody else I miss, guys, please know how awesome it is to have you in the house. And I hope you guys are really ready and really excited for a great conversation tonight. These are those YouTube nights where we all kind of really grow together, and that's why we love them so much. Marcel's Backgammon, what's going on? You got all your entities in here, loving it, loving it. West Haven, always and forever. Hearts and love to you in Connecticut. From us up here in Montreal. Shiny Collector JVB. Good old boys in the house. Well, look at that. What a nice surprise. Good to see you, my friend. We got Nina and Sean in here. Shira. Yes, that's right. That's right. I got to give you a wrench so we don't forget it. There you go. Vexy, a.k.a. Shira. Great to see you. Stephanie Ferrante. Such a pleasure. Always so nice. And Destination Chronicles. Just great channels, guys. Great channels all around. Johnson Joy is in here. Mountain Man. Micro Homesteaders. I mean, lots of great stuff going on here, guys. Pleasure to have you each and all, every one of you here.
You ran out of things to say?
Well, you were typing, so I thought you didn't want to keep going. So
No, I was making bets in my mind of how long you're going to be able to do it without me.
Jeff Swice Christie, how?
You know, guys, he always says that I talk too much. Right?
East Dad's in the house. I ain't passing up East Dad or Junk Pick, of course. Another amazing channel. It's like plane spotting, except for great channels.
Well, hello to each and every one of you that is listening to us on your headphones as well tonight. Say hello in the chat if you can, and if you can, that's okay as well. We love lurkers and listeners.
That's right.
We do that sometimes as well. So hope we enjoy your Monday evening or Tuesday morning with us.
Our little big family, how are you? Great to see you. A life at home. Hazy Days, a quick hello. I know it's late for you. Past guest from season 1. Awesome talent. Very talented musician as well. Great guitar player from Cigar Box. Very talented man.
Yes, multi-talented, I would say. Multi-talented. Just a reminder for you guys, 4 selfies, hashtag Blue Ranch Group if you want to add yours.
Oh my God, good old boy. I'm sorry to you. How are you? I got some good news today. I don't have a torn rotor cuff, just really bad bruised shoulder. Gotta have physiotherapy for a while. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Oh, well, I'm happy to hear that it's not a torn rotator cuff. That is very good news. But
please
good luck.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, please follow physical therapy religiously.
That's right.
And yes, hopefully it all turns great afterwards. Scrapping Irish, hello.
Painting the Roses. Red is in the house. Ask how you're feeling today.
My throat is all burning and chest is burning, and I'm on coffee, tea, thanks to my husband.
Chest doesn't feel hot to me.
Orange juice, multivitamin juice, honey, and all of that.
Our son is getting sick as well now.
Yeah.
So we're all,
it's making
like, domino effect is going now, so.
Welcome to having a family.
I'm trying to go mind over matter. I'm trying not to think about it, so maybe it's gonna.
She's gonna try and out-talk the cold.
Yeah. well, I'm not going to talk it, but I can manage to make it a bit further.
You can give it a good run for its money.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's going to get scared and run away.
That's right. That's the way to handle it. That's right. Face on, take it on.
Right?
Jalen Chill Gamer, how are you? Good to see you. All right, guys, it's just about time to take a look at selfies. Then we're going to get right down into talking about what we got to discuss tonight. This is going to be a big thing, guys, for all YouTubers. I cannot stress that enough. All YouTubers, guys. Same as a lot of people enjoy Tech Talk Tuesday. This is like a special extension of that. It's going to be done in that form, but lots of stuff to cover. Elf Lords, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, guys, don't forget links in the chat. Your selfies, Blue Wrench Group selfies. Links there. Selfie of you watching us. Can't do that. We understand a selfie. Got merch in that. There's where you can self-promote. Put it on. Please just make sure to use the included hashtag Blue Wrench Group. That's all we ask. Our little big family, please give Pusa. My Pooh Bear. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was nice.
The popping couple in the house as well.
Yes, how are you guys doing? Good to see you. Always
and the pet photographer is refusing to do his selfie today. That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. You have the right to choose. Everything is a free country on YouTube. As long as you're in the guidelines, you can do as you please. So we celebrate your right to decide. So
that's right. And infinite moi. Yes, it is OBS that we're running.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, there's always room for improvement. This one's just working for us now. We maybe make some changes a little ways down the road. So.
Oh, DJ and entertainment. Well, as we always say, life always first.
Yes.
We're just happy when you can have time, even just for a minute, to pop in. We do appreciate.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, sure. He sometimes is very cute. Got me cookies and juice today.
Well, I wasn't too good for. I admit it. I'm cranky today too. So. Yeah. I admit it.
You said that.
Oh, I should.
Not me, by the way. Today is National Grammar Day.
Art That Heals Stephanie, how are you? What a beautiful photo. Thank you so
and a
very
red
much.
laptop. Did you see that?
I know now Xenia's going to be asking
That's
me
it.
day in,
That's it.
day out.
I didn't
Where's
know
my
they
red
make
top?
those.
That's right, they don't. That's photoshopped. That's right, Stephanie. You tell her.
My favorite color is red, by the way.
Yeah. So
Red. Everything is red that I can make red. Everything is red.
Jackie Herrer, how are you? My Monday face. Well, that was unexpected. The King's in the house. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. That's awesome, Jackie. That's awesome.
Stacy, thank you so much. And Panda Photographer said I didn't take my boudoir photos yet for you guys, so that's why. A bit late. Yeah. Looking forward to that,
Looking
you
forward
know.
to it. And I'll make one hell of a Blue Wrench Group photo. Say what you
Well, no,
want.
he's a very talented photographer.
Yeah.
So I will look forward to example of those photos for sure.
Jackie Hunter, by the way, great that you have the name in there. And Lala, Lydia's Life. Look at that shot. Always looking fantastic as well. It's always so great to have you in here.
Yeah. Oh, looking beautiful as always. Love that shade of lipstick. Awesome.
Hope you're doing well. Always such a pleasure to have you here.
The Art of Reed, garlic and ginger. Yeah, I do have ginger. Ginger and honey right now. Don't have garlic at home. But I might do that. So Andrew can sit even further away from
I was
me.
going to say it's a good way to keep the hubby away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vexy, thank you so very much. Awesome. If you wonder what I look like in real life, here's the answer.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
It was sweet. I was looking through a picture and I found this adorable picture and I thought that it would be perfect for this special stream. Well, it's always special. We always love them. Thank you so very much. And speaking of special, there's Dave. Dave is always special. Dave just takes these. You never know where you're going to find them. I don't even try to put money on that anymore.
Yes.
That's what I love about these selfies. Thank you so very much, my friend. Thank you, guys. And remember, it is not too late to get your selfies out. As seen here. My God, they're still coming in. Fringe Unboxing. Hi, shout out to the place we live in beautiful Mallorca, Spain.
Mallorca, wow. Yesterday we got an engagement photo. And,
Yes,
and
that's
today
right.
is a beautiful photo in the city. Gorgeous. Thank you so much.
They're right into it each other right now.
Is your fiance sleeping again? We want to see the picture of that too now.
Jeez. Andrew McKinnon, well, thank you so much. And how are you doing tonight? Hey, can't argue with a name like Andrew, right? I mean,
Yes.
You know?
A special unbiased liking towards Andrews.
That's right. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so very much. Really do appreciate it.
And thank you for retweeting a whole bunch of our tweets all the time. I do appreciate that. I noticed that, so thank you.
Find out what's trending. YouTube trending. I love it, Sergeant Slaughters. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. You are too good to us, my friend. Thank you so very much. Hey, SM Gamer, what's going on? What's going on? Great to see you. And Frangie Unboxing says, no, he's still awake.
Hello. We know that you were sleeping yesterday.
There's Gemma. I was wondering, it's been a little while since we had one from Gemma. Isn't this nice?
She's been so busy working, volunteering for Autism Foundation. Sorry, because it's Autism Month, and she's working really hard volunteering all across. That's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Autistic and proud.
Yes, Gemma in the house, in the chat as well. Hello, hello.
Jake Deal, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you so much, guys, and make sure to keep them coming. Love seeing you guys. Love showing you up. Oh, that's very nice. Ulrich and Brenda. Wow. Very, very enchanting. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it, guys. It's always a pleasure to see what you guys have to offer on here. And we will check back in a little while. Remember, here is the link, folks, to take your selfie. I was just about to give you the other one. There we go. That's more like it. A selfie of you watching us. If you can't do the selfie of you, Xenia just posted it after before I did. I see now. So we're spamming our own chat, but that's okay. Just please make sure to copy the hashtag Blue Wrench Group so everybody can see you.
Thank you, Panda, for dropping in, because I'm always on the move and I'm in mobile studios now. But good to stop by. Well, thank you so much. Looking forward to those boudoir photos. Thank you. Well, guys, just a last reminder for you to share it out if you haven't, because I see a lot of people are saying, oh, I didn't receive notification today. So who knows, maybe it is a glitch of today.
There's many to go. There's many of them. So
yeah, a special one again today. So let people know, the ones that you think usually are here. Let them know, because yes, it can happen. It can happen. We do appreciate when you share it out, and if you can hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, we do appreciate that as well.
That's right, guys. Love him. He's in. Artco drone just sent he's in. Now, let's take a quick peek here just before we get going, see if there's any other ones. And then we'll check periodically later on, guys.
Oh, yeah. It's never too late, especially when it's just you guys in the chat and us here. We do come back periodically to them. Hey,
Gore family. Just chilling out.
Nice.
Love it. That's what I like to see. And we're still freaks us out that we're on a screen. We still get kind of freaked out when we see that, so I can't believe that. Thank you so much. And we love you as well. Thank you so very much for that.
Infinite Moi. I was checking your channel, and you love Putin. Instant subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. I knew she was going to jump right all over that. So that's great. Xenia's greatest find since she came to Quebec is Putin. So, yeah.
Just saying.
I'm one of the 4 people in Quebec that don't actually enjoy Putin very much. So they're going to run me out on a rail one of these days. Thank you so much, Crankbake Choices. I do appreciate that. Well, I think it's just about time to get chatting. What do you think, hon?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. I know we're pushing it a lot tonight. I appreciate all your help. Please keep tweeting it out, hitting the like button, telling friends new here, subscribe. It will really help us out. We are battling, I should say, not batting, battling all that is going on in this algorithm right now. It is not just us. Even those big ones that you see a while ago on the screen are facing the exact same things. And as always, we're going to get through it together, guys. We one thing about us, we're going to talk about bigger YouTubers tonight in a way, but we're talking about how it pertains to us. And us together as a group, we can move mountains. I've seen it happen time and time again. So Champ Works Garage and Drive Shaft Drew, I love seeing those conversations going like that. And Dr. Steinberg and Steve, keep getting know each other like that, guys. That's really cool.
Timmy Turner, we do our best to check people out. I don't follow everybody that follows me on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. You kind of filter out what you do, what you don't. Sometimes I forget on Instagram, to be honest, and I go once a month and go through the new subscribers and check it again. It's not nowhere it's sub for sub. Nowhere somebody should be inclined to subscribe to you anywhere. Would it be Facebook, Twitter or Instagram? Only because you subscribe to them. It's not a given.
Here, I'm going to make this one really clear. I'm shutting off the music so everybody can hear this one. We can't get everything. That's why you all have wrenches. Please do not time out or throw somebody out immediately for doing it. Everybody deserves a chance. But anything to refer, anytime a subscription is brought up as a transaction in any shape or form, it is to be removed and ignored. That's it. That's the only way to do it. It is not a transaction. It cannot be a transaction. That's something that cannot happen on here. So if you see it, remove the comment. I would rather you remove the comment and educate somebody, give them a chance. But then again, we can't force anybody to do anything here. But if it becomes a problem, then they have to leave, because it's not fair to all you people who are being very respectful to each other. We always give people chances, because it's hard sometimes. People get confused. They come from one chat to the next, and one they were just doing it like crazy, and the next one they can't. I get that. It's not right. My personal view is it shouldn't happen very often, because anytime you enter a new live stream, you should take a minute or two, watch what's going on, get a feel for it, and then go with the flow a bit. And if you're not sure about something, ask a moderator or ask the host. But for the record, no sub for sub of any kind, no exchange for it, none. No self-promotion. The only time we allow self-promotion is when somebody's like 20 away from 1,000, 2,000, so on and so forth. That's the only time.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, address two things. One is leaving comments on other people's channels. If you do leave a comment, we're saying, well, I sub to you, sub me back, and then you dare to put @Push Studios in there, that's showing disrespect not only to the chat, to everybody in the chat, but also to us. I do. If you see, guys, any comments like that, please filter them out, delete them. Unfortunately, we can't police everybody. This is not what we're doing. I have seen some of that going on. Some of that has been addressed. But please delete them. It has nothing to do with us. And please don't do that if you're one of those people, because it's definitely not good. And the other thing is Instagram does purges too.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're doing, where you're doing, it doesn't matter. They do purge Instagram too.
That's right.
Just FYI.
Ray Kid said he's 20 away from 1,000. Oh my God.
Good thing we know he's joking.
Yeah. He's so funny.
Yeah, so there you go. The serious note is out.
Yeah, sorry,
hopefully
guys.
It's all understandable for everybody. We're not trying to be strict teachers here. Just trying to educate everybody. And we hope that you pass that to your viewers too.
And as a side note, even if somebody doesn't like that rule, the funny part, the weird part of it is, if you don't follow it, most people never hear, not just your many channels, don't ever want to subscribe to you, because then you find yourself in the obnoxious category, and then nobody wants to touch. So that's why it is so important not to do that. It's like in real life, if you were at a business mingle, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Wow, you do bricklaying. Oh my God, I have a company I'm really interested into it. I want to keep your card. Maybe we can do something together. And then there's the other version. Buy my bricks, buy my bricks, buy my bricks, buy my grips, buy my bricks. I bought your bricks. You got to buy my bricks. Let's do this right now. Who are you going to do business with? Once again, real life. Always think of things in real life, and it makes more sense.
Yeah, the huntsman is very needy, for example. He asks for things all the time.
Yeah, he does. He's constantly. We have to get him subscribed just for him to come in. He said that's in his rider. For the record, joking, before they get taken away, he could be more gracious.
And Grandma Dad makes me watch says, if you pay attention, there's more to learn with what you're saying than anything. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do appreciate that. And so, we just wanted to get this out of the way, because it has been coming up.
And there will be channels that will do it. We know that already. We're not. That's not our channels, and I respect their rules when I'm in there. That's what they want to do. That's their choice. I'm not there to change the world. We're just working as well as we can within the guidelines of YouTube, so we can be here for a long time.
Plus, we can't take responsibility for other channels. We can only take responsibility for our own channel and try to educate you, and hope you educate your viewers.
And even educating, it's their choice. There's no golden rule. There's nobody gets a Klingon. Oh my God, I have to. Okay, I've hit the like button. I've hopped, and everybody has a mind of their own. So we just got to bear with them, but it's no reflection on what we're trying to set here.
By the way, Huntsman is at 6.7K.
Man, he's flying.
Yes. I love seeing channels that started basically here. I wouldn't say started here, but they came here when they were just starting YouTube, so to say. And that's what happened with Huntsman. And now he's flying away.
That's right.
An amazing rocket. We're so happy for you.
We're proud for his success. And guess what? We know a bigger channel. So we're honored. It works out in every way. Farmal Fanatic, how are you?
Just
Nomadic Bike, how are you? Flacco's Beer Reviews, how are you? Great to see you all. Simple Joys in here. I don't want to see set the world on fire, and oh my God.
Surgeon Slaughter Machine videos. Thank you so much as well. Thank you. Farmal Fanatic, boom.
Boom. How's it going, my friend? What is it? Sorry, Ray Kit said, there will come a time and you will grow very fast. It's just the way. I know a few people who have been doing it for 2 years, and you're whizzing past them.
Oh, thank you. And we have lots of channels that we have been starting together with it also, like Dr. Stenegberg, for example, that has been whizzing fast by, and we're so happy for that as well. It's great to see people that you have kind of been acquainted with in this journey of YouTube growing and succeeding. This is what it's all about. It's not a competition. It's about learning, growing together, supporting each other, being happy for each other. We can learn from each other.
We're all in it together in that part, right? And that's what we're going to be covering here. Is once again, even with the big guys, I don't hate on them. I know that's not always the most popular thing. It seems to be in new channels. There's this thing where there's just spies, and I don't think that's fair. I would rather learn from them. And I have a feeling tomorrow, a lot that hate on them, if one of these big channels called them up and said, hey, let's do a collab together, you might notice they're a little less tight about the idea of working with them. All of a sudden it might sound a little sweeter.
Huntsman says, started right here with nothing really. Follow Puša Studios advice. That's my advice. got me near 7K and 2 million views.
That's awesome.
That's an amazing review.
I mean, that's you can't pay for that kind of advertising. You know.
You are amazing, though. Your marketing style and your content in general is spot on.
Right, kid. You must work so hard behind the scenes for this channel. I don't envy you guys.
So are you. I don't envy you doing 12-hour live streams.
Yeah, after doing 4 days of like 12, 16 hours of fueling planes and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a ton of work into what you do, my friend. Well earned. Life is Zia. How are you?
Alice, Parish Rock Fam. Hello.
Canoe Out Adventures is here too.
Good to see you all here, guys.
Guys, we're gonna get started on this. I know. Every kid, I got bored. Oh my God, you guys are funny. Loved each and every one of you guys. I'm trying to work on better content, Timmy. We all are.
That's a key.
Honestly, the Wheels Fun and stuff like that, these nights and Tech Talk Tuesdays where I really see the channels that are really wanting to go further and farther with them. This is not that the other ones don't, but some of them just don't have that itch right now to kind of shoot at. You guys do. And that's why I love these times. We can spend it just with you guys. Oh, Simple Joys, were you asking for a certain horn?
Can't mention that.
Well,
no,
no,
why? He forgot about it.
We can't because of the wheel tonight.
The Simple Joys.
We can't because of the wheel tonight. Well, maybe one foghorn, just for Xenia and the Simple Joys.
Can we just...
Salute!
Okay, can we just at least put the volume down for the sakes of ears of people with headphones?
That's
like
what we were
mine?
waiting for. Oh, you were waiting for echo too. I forgot
No,
about that.
come on, no.
Xenia. There. All your favorite things wrapped in. What a time. I swear to God, what a time for her to walk in. Best friend gets thread. Andrew's like a bull in a china swamp.
SOS?
Oh my God.
Steph, I need help. I can't do this.
Well, now that we've had a
that
little
was loud,
fun
too.
here. That's right.
Unbelievable.
Back to business, folks.
He hasn't changed, has he, Steph? It's just same thing.
Kimber kiss.
Same
Nah, she's not
thing.
going to slap me. She loves it.
No, I don't slap him. I mean, come on.
It's like they say some women have certain kind of envy. Well, this one is called foghorn envy, so it's all good. I'm just, I'm making her dreams happen. That's right. Isn't that right, Steph? You know what I'm talking about, best friend, your thread.
She's saving me, see? Thank you. We can worry our doors away.
Oh, just my fish. You're not helping my cause here.
Oh, I know. He called me a foghorn.
An iceberg.
An iceberg, yeah.
What else?
What was it? Chicken? Something else was. There's a whole bunch of things.
Chickens come up numerous times. There's some more, but I don't have them written down.
And with the
Farmall Fanatic, help me, bud. Help me.
According to Iceberg, I still don't know it was because I'm cold or big. Or both. So, you know, guys, whatever you have to do here to survive on YouTube.
You were saying?
Oh, he's already on the couch.
That bothers her way more than me, so she can talk tough if she wants. That's right. Aww. You'll always be my foghorn.
No kissing.
My iceberg.
I'll go eat some garlic now. The ship is sinking. I'm telling you. I would rather. I would rather not compare it to Titanic. We all know what happened to that.
Scrapping Irish, you have a great night. Be well, my friend. Be well, my friend. Gene Bear is like we're like his remote control. Watch this. Do this. Do that. You know what? I'm going to give in to him for tonight. He wants us to check quickly. Well, then we really got to get on the topic. Oh, my God. We're almost an hour into it. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. We got a lot of new ones. Holy crap. Let's see here, guys. We got DJ Mike TV. Let's see here. Let's look real quick. Steph, best friend of your thread. Where's your selfie? I haven't seen one in a long time. I want to see ya. Project Pops. What's going on? I want to see all you guys. Always My boom is horrifying, but that horn is the best. No, they go hand in hand. They go hand. They complement each other far more. Your boom is spectacular. You're right up with Peter McKinnon's "What's Up, Everybody." It is signature, man. DJ Mike TV, what's going on, my friend? Loving it. Thank you so much. Great seeing you. Hope you're having an awesome night. Thank you so much for the selfie. We have Net Cruiser in the... Well, my golly. Net Cruiser, what's going on?
Awesome.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, and
Great
Mickey XOXO is in the house as well. Draken is here.
Oh, Mickey loves the horn.
Okay, now. I'm just going to leave the
No.
live stream.
You're being silly.
No, I'm serious.
You're just being silly.
No.
Yeah. You'll be here. You'll go down with the sinking shit with me. You'll be sitting with the orchestra, and I'll be on the front singing, what's that Celine Dion song, My Heart Will Go On, or whatever. Lloyd, what's going on? The grumpy vlogger. Good to see you, my friend. Always love having you in. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Let's see if I forgot to give you a heart. Sorry about that. Love that you guys do. Weekend Warrior. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, my goodness.
That's really cute. Oh my God, that's adorable.
I love that. So cute.
That's really nice, man.
Yes.
Very nice. And that is so cute. Oh my God. And there, guys, I would like to report Pusa for blowing everyone's ears out with a horn. Thanks for the promotion, Gene
Team
Bear.
YouTube. Officially, though.
How do you take a selfie with your phone while watching? When you're watching? I don't know. There's got to be a way.
Well, you exit and you have to do a whole bunch of things.
Don't worry, Lisa. I'll be fine. No worries about that.
Nah, it's too cold.
She can't. It
Too
would
much
drive
stuff to take care of after.
the couch or anything like that. I'd be like all over it, no problem. And it would bug her. So that's not an issue. Karen Summers. Oh my God, you guys are coming in. It's like stock quotes here. Let me see.
JC, no limit on the road. Drive safe. Hello.
Oh, Karen. Wow.
JC is trucking now.
Yes,
Whoa.
my friend. Be well on the road. Be
I
well.
love this, Karen. This is amazing.
So
This
awesome.
is so cool. Wow. That is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Karen Sommers, guys. Wow.
That's a really great
Yes,
shot.
I love that. I love that so much.
Greetings. My pick from yesterday's parade looks awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Always love seeing you.
John Isabella, hello.
Let's see here, guys. Us at the chat.
James, hello.
Yep. How are you? Great to see you. Please, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't tweeted out, please do. It really does help us out a lot. There's a lot to contend with lately on YouTube, and that stuff is needed for not just us, but any channel you're into. If you can help them out, it really does give them a good boost. I forget it's so cold there just because it's melting here.
I know you guys have.
I'm melting tonight. It's hot in here. For us, it's hot, which you guys wouldn't find hot at all. It's probably like, I don't know. Take
Close
a shot.
to zero, probably, but it's supposed to be minus 17 again at night. So, guys, it's still another week, I think, of frost, below frost line, like deep freeze, really. And spring is only starting.
Yeah, it's
in
about
a couple of weeks.
It's about 32, somewhere
Yeah.
around here. The house is hot because it's still set at the same heat, even though it was a warm day. So that's mostly why. With that said, it is time, guys. We're gonna get on to what we were doing here as promised, and we're talking, as you know, tonight, guys. We've gotten a little bit of quotes on Twitter about it already, but guys, we are doing it. It is talking. We are using this for us to understand, and I'm not into hating the big guys. I never was. And I'm not going to change on that. I would rather learn from them. I'd rather respect them. I'd rather be inspired by them. To each their own. Everybody has a right to an opinion. But that said, that's what counts for us. That's how we do our
And
stuff.
it's not a promotion for
No.
bigger YouTubers. It is a workshop, a practical workshop of reviewing them to understand what we can all use to better our channels here.
That's right.
Plus, we also going to be reviewing randomly picked channels out of the chat as well. So stick around. It's not only the big YouTubers, it's also you guys. So stick around if you want to review. It could be you.
Have a great night, Drive Shaft Drew. Love seeing you in here, my friend. And I hope you have a really awesome night. So, okay, guys. Let's start with Linus. What do you think?
Yeah.
And we're not gonna go on the long. We're more gonna just kind of, Foxy's in the house. How are you?
Привет, как дела? Хорошо.
Hillbilly Pyro's in here. It's just a list of Modella Slim's in the house.
Рада видеть тебя.
There.
I love that.
Strasvoitje?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Strasvoitje.
basically said highs and said that I'm glad to see you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mickey. I do appreciate it. We're getting there one step at a time. We all go. We were in a bit of a lull, but you guys came to our rescue once again, as always. Thank you so very much. Okay. This is a channel that we've looked at pretty much right since the beginning. I've been a fan of his for a while. Where to go onto it. He has 8.3 million. He's out of Richmond, BC, Canada. Very long story short, down to hopefully 30 seconds. Why do I like?
Oh my goodness! If it's not,
there, I'm
if
turning
it's not the horn
okay.
in the live stream.
There, I'm turning it off. Relax. Relax. There.
Linus Tech is fellow Canadian.
That's right, guys. Sandy K, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. There. Okay. 2008, he was working for a big computer company in Canada. They started making videos because they wanted to show off the products. They learned very quickly that it cost a lot of money to make them look nice. So they said, hey, you got a really interesting name and you like to talk a lot. Why don't we call it Linus Tech Tips? You'll look like it's your show, but you'll promote stuff from the store that we sell. And at the end, of course, they would always be the advertiser. Fast forward to 2013, computer store doing really bad. He leaves, but he asks them if he can take the name. They work out an agreement so he can keep the channel. He rents a house and starts with 3 interns and starts working on the channel. And they become one of the biggest tech channels in the world. Right now, at this point, he has 28 employees, 12,000 square feet, multiple Black Magic cameras valued, well, 2 of them were $250,000 US. They are phenomenal at what they do. And they don't just have this channel, they have this one. Then they have, let's see where Tech Quickies at right now, just to get the numbers. So 8.3 million there. They have 2.7 million there. And where's the other one? Tech Link. This is the new one they're working on they're reviving from what they bought out. And now they're over 750,000 on this one. This guy started with nothing. His first live streams were done in his basement of his in-laws' house. He has no real formal training. He was just a good salesman, knew his product very well. He had access to product. That's the part I want to bring up right away. See, that's something he's always told people, guys. He does reviews, and he was lucky because he worked at a computer store. He could get that access to that product to be able to review it. But he also sourced from everywhere, and he got to know every supplier there was. He took time to get to know them through the company and looking them up on their own. Anybody doing review channels of no matter what it is, start with what you can get your hands onto. Don't wait for the big product to come that's going to blow everybody's doors off. Products do stay around for years. They might not always be in the limelight, but yeah, I know Net Cruiser Linus Cat Tips his channel. Yeah, that'll just over 100,000. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, and I didn't even bother with Super Channel Fund because it's but that's over 500,000. But just grab what you got. Hey, you're out there, say you're working, you got a homestead, and you got your chainsaws. You know, it's a couple months old, you're going to cut trees for the day, thinning out, maybe a bit of pulpwood or something. That's the time to have the camera out and start shooting a review on that chainsaw. You have everything there you need to shoot a video. All of it. You're in the garden, you're tilling. There's your tiller. Give it a nice little cleanup, just make sure it looks nice. Review it. You're going to fix something onto it. Film that. Tons of videos are always looking how to fix things. Every time we've gone to fix something on our car, change a wiper, change a strut, whatever you want. Every time, and this falls in everything in the house. You're baking. Great, you got access to all that stuff. Turn on the camera, start filming it. You don't need to wait till you get a sponsor. You don't need to wait till you have the ultimate kitchen setup. You don't need to wait till you have the perfect office to display something. Just work with what you got. It's better off to get going than to wait for opportunity to come. Because when opportunity comes, you're going to have no content to show off. And that's the catch-22. So it's jumping into the moment and seizing it when it's there, so that when the time comes, you'll be ready. And keep upping your game, guys. That's a channel like this. Look at from nothing. Literally. That's why I don't like hating on all the big channels. A lot of these guys, 2008 he started doing this. 2013 on his own. No money. They got kicked out of their house they had with at the time I think they got up to 6 or 8 employees. They got kicked out of the house because of course it's illegal to run a business where your actual, it's not like a 1-2 person shop inside, but if you're running a physical business like they were, every room in the house, nobody living into it, it was illegal. They got thrown out. By then they got so popular they announced it to their Patreon page. They raised, I forget what it was, $60,000 up front to start.
Yeah.
To get the lease on the warehouse where they are, and then they expanded. They've gotten so big now, actually, I didn't even mention this part, that they were worried about putting all their eggs in one basket, so they're on YouTube, and they've just created their own platform now where they're hosting videos for creators by invitation only, but that's going to grow in the very near future. That's taking the bull by the horns. So grab what you got. You got a TV hanging on your wall. Guess what you can do a tech review? Guess you have a digital clock. You could do a tech review, a webcam, anything. Anything is there that is technology based, you can do it. Same as anything else in the house. You bought new pillows. Guess what? Hey, there's a review. You don't have to spend any money on it. It's already there. Tell if it was a good sleep. Take a couple of moments. Put sheets up around. Make it look nicer a little bit. Move a drawer over. Put a lamp onto it to give it more depth in the shot. All the things are there in your house. It's very simple. You know, don't wait for that golden opportunity to come, because it's most likely never going to come. And when it does, you got nothing to show. So if tomorrow one of these big channels, say this Linus Tech Tip, says, oh my God, this channel such and such, I seen him. Does he have something to go and tweet you out and show you off to 100, 200, 300, 400,000 people? Or is it like, there's nothing on here? It's too bad. You know, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. Linus Tech Tips, they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures of him on file, as well as they shoot. Everything with them, they've taken so much flack for these thumbnails because of the way his face looks from his original followers. So much so that he had to make a video addressing the hate. As he told them, I'm a father of 3. Do you think I want my kids to see me, to grow up and see me like this? And say, Dad, why are you doing all the bizarre faces? Why is he doing them? Because it works for the algorithm. That's why. That's exactly why. The algorithm, as we've been telling you guys time and time again, looks at faces. It knows. It can tell. You could have a really positive message in your title. Best day of my life. And if you have a really angry face, it's enough to set it off to restricted monetization. It is that sensitive now. It is programmed to go by what we know, but it is still programmed. It's not a human being. They are pushing the system by exaggerating faces. Look at his face. Always about a third of the thumbnail is him. Very defined emotions and whatever they're doing, for that simple reason. That's what you learn from the big guys. They've paid more money than we can dream of to find these things out. They do all the R&D. We can't afford to do it, so.
Well, his net worth is over $2 million.
I agree,
right
Nick
now
Cruiser.
for a year.
I'm sorry?
His personal net worth is $2 million now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all self-made, as Andrew said.
Yep.
Which is very important to remember.
And that's right, Doctor. Humans like faces, exactly. The algorithm is not programmed to look at something. It's made to look at what we do as humans, because that's in the end, it's humans that view all this stuff. And Nick Cruz says it's sad we have to do this and make bright, silly faces, thumbnails for it. It is, for sure. And not everybody's going to go down that route, but that's the reason why he's doing it, you know, and that's...
If you have noticed in trending pages, especially in Canada, he almost every week his videos are on the trending list.
Yep.
Like the first trending page. because of that. I mean, yes, the trending page is manually reviewed as well, but if you look at his content and the way his thumbnails are, I mean, they're clickable. I can only imagine what his click-through rate is, and they're pretty transparent too on the way they're doing things. Like if something is not working or something is working, they actually talk about that through their live streams that they have every Friday there as well.
Their live streams, and they even make a video about it sometimes. They've talked about how they make money, where it comes from and stuff like that, which is a great thing to learn as well. There's all these things we can pick up from them along the way. Learn what average, like from there we got an idea what percentage you should have as sponsorship versus, earning money through AdSense, all these things together. It was well broken down. No, blue collar fishing, it's no problem. Like there's so many channels out there now. There's so many channels, over 1 million than there used to be. It does happen now. It's easy to not know channels that are going on, and this is one of many. And we're gonna even take requests from you guys. And don't forget, guys, we will randomly bring up channels, you guys' channels in here, so don't move a muscle. We're not spinning a wheel or anything, but we'll bring them up as examples or to take a look at. So
Kuzerback Outdoor says that he would like to put the faces, but now he has to worry about putting his kids' faces on the thumbnails.
Yeah,
and that's true. For channels that do have family content or kids involved in the videos, it is something to consider, at least for now. But guys, you can always first of all, it doesn't have to be your face. Where it says that it have to be your face, you can also, if you are completely don't want to use your face in any of the thumbnails, let's say, or your videos don't contain them, there's plenty of stock photography that is free that you can use for that. It doesn't have to be your face.
Just do not post celebrities' faces without discussing them. Don't do it just to get them in there. Make sure it's stock photography, just as a side note, please.
Stock photography, copyright free. There's plenty of sites. If you need any links to that, ask me. I'll give if you can't find them. But yeah, copyright free, stock photography with faces, different face expressions. Go wild on that and find something that works for your channel. It doesn't have to be you.
Virgin FPV, glad you could stay up late to catch us, man. Always such a pleasure to see you. I recognize the baking lady nerd. Yeah, that's right. Numkeys. I know I can never say that right, but yeah, she's awesome. She's another one. Video Collins Show, how are you? Guys, I want to point out something. I really want to point this out. Remember when we talk about playlists? Channel, 8.3 million. Look. Descriptive sentences, playlist. No, they don't do them with all, but remember, he's 8.3 million now. That expression I use, they're kind of like the Costco of channels right now. They got so much brand power pushing them. That's the one thing. I know, like, for instance, people like to do, like, Peter McKinnon, and we're going to get... Actually, I'll save that for a second, because I'll get into it when we're there, because that's a whole other topic.
And Gene Bear said that he updated his thumbnail on one of his old video, and he got some new views on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Breathe new life into them.
You can update tags. You can update titles there as well.
We can thank these guys for that happening, because that was something that was being addressed by all these guys, that they were getting burnout from trying to put out too many videos just to keep the algorithm content. So YouTube listened to them and started revamping old videos, bringing them out to try and to curb that a little. And then one last thing, guys, about Linus Tech Tips, then we're going to move on from him. He is why we try almost never to put out a video less than 24 hours apart. This channel here, the only time they do it is Friday, because they get paid. They're paid advertising through other videos. Friday they do their live show. They do it live on Twitch and then upload it on YouTube. In the afternoons, sometimes they upload a video like they do here. They're 8 to 10 minute videos, but it's sponsored in full by Visa or one of the bigger brands, so it's already paid in full, because they know once they re-upload that live stream from Twitch, the other one's going to lose almost all of its traction for the moment. Don't put up multiple videos within 24 hours, because the first one will dampen the other one, and by the fourth one, the other ones are dead in the tracks. They're not recommended. It's only going to recommend the latest one. So you do not want to be doing that almost ever. There's not a good time to do it. One video per day, 24 hours. And if you're going to do a live stream and a video, you're better off to space them out at least, a good couple hours apart. Best thing I recommend is always do your live stream first and then put out your video, because you want your video to have more evergreen growth than the live stream. So, and still space them out some.
Thank you so much, Octay Doggin. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Stanekworth
Yes.
says Linus also sticks to one topic, which is tech tips.
That's
It
right.
really helps with growth. And it is very definitely for sure. The more concrete your channel is about, the better it is. Because YouTube knows where to put you. Even for us, it is really hard because our guests are from different categories. So every time we have to research like new themes, new categories, and it's harder. And when you have one theme, it is easier for you, and it is easier for YouTube to know where to put you.
He actually is one of the shining examples of that. You have Linus Tech Tips here. He is talking computer-oriented, high technology, more based into that segment. Like people, the latent person might enjoy it, but not to the extent as much as what it's geared for. However, then you go into Tech Quickie, and same thing again. And Tech Quickie takes one topic and just talks about it. So if you get a question like, what's USB 3.0? This is where this will find that. You see, he's done two channels, but in theory based on the same idea, but two very different messages and two very different ways of presenting them. This one won't have as much of the drama action into it and stuff like that around sets, or more related to one set with maybe some passing imagery or video. And it will be focused on one thing. How Amazon avoided tax for you. Never forgot to charge your phone again. Never forget to charge your phone again. All those things. It's one answer one. So they get a lot of people who aren't even techies who just had a question about something. We'll get into this as well.
And yes, lots of us are combining all of those channels symbolically into one. And,
Yes.
and that's it becomes a problem. Oftentimes it does.
This is true. This is very true. Sorry, I
Pauline Newman in the house. Hello. Hello. Victoria Sandy. Hello. TriStar Travelers here as well. Aerial Landscapes. Hello. Good to see you guys here. Capped Late Night. Thank you. Yes, it definitely works. It definitely works. And that's why, as Andrew said, it is not a promotion for bigger channels. It's the way we can learn from them.
If
and
you're
we
not-
have before.
If you're not learning from bigger channels, you're really missing out. It's the same as a musician just playing local clubs and not listening to the greats and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's a bad message, and I find it's becoming a bit toxic with that lately. I've heard it months ago. So I'm going to some places, and the big YouTubers get all. They've earned to get there. Most of them, they spent years doing it. They deserve what they got, and it's up to us to do our own thing to get there. It's a lot better to focus on what we do, be positive, get positive things from them, use it in conjunction with what we do, and give ourselves the same opportunity, because nothing's guaranteed anywhere. That's like Aerial Landscapes. Like we said, guys, we're just grabbing channels in between the big ones here. No wheel or nothing, so don't leave the chat, because you never know, you might be pulled up. And we just grab them at random, so we're just going to take a quick look at Aerial Landscapes as well. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, Aerial Landscapes. Let's see what you got going. I want to check your playlist. That was something I was wondering about. See, you have all these playlists, and the first thing you got to do is go and get rid of all of these and put your own ones up. That is... I was preaching, and I'm going to keep preaching more and more about homepages, guys, because they're that important. They are literally the introduction to your page in its truest form. Yes, you get a thumbnail to a video, but when people get to your page, this is where they're going to land. And I want people to set it up so they get seen lots, that people only have those couple of seconds when they're looking and go, wow, I got to hang more on this page. How many times have we gone to a homepage and there's only like one, the uploads folder? There's almost nothing into it. Or what is it? Recent activity. And there's nothing. And no banner. And you just go on your merry way because it's like there's nothing here.
He says those are all mine, he says.
Create a playlist. The uploads, though, I don't think so. That's a standard one.
Yeah, it is a default one. What we're talking about is to create your own. The default, Andrew said, is the ones that come together with your channel.
Yes.
You haven't created those playlists. Your videos, those are your videos in the playlist, but you haven't made the playlist itself. It was made by YouTube. That's what we're talking about.
These are your playlists here.
Yeah.
These you've made. I don't know if I hope they all include your own work. These are the ones you want to show there. And you just want to go to your home page and click the customize channel. You'll end up right on your home page, and there you'll see an option at the bottom. And then little arrows. You could just delete the ones that are already there and just go and add new ones step by step, single playlist, and import your own playlist into the front. It makes such a difference. You've got great you got lots of stuff going on. It's always going to be more catching. Look at these thumbnails. They're going to be way more catching than the way it's listed there. And when you go back and add those descriptive sentences underneath the titles, you're going to have like a magazine layout at the bottom. Mitten Dad, what's going on? Great to see you. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. But that's definitely something I would really work on too. Also, to aerial landscapes, now's the time to really, really start nailing down what you're going to have a logo for yourself. Something that represents you, something that's going to be on your banner, on your avatar, and then go down onto your thumbnails and create that look. I'm going to get into why in a minute, because the next channel we get into, we're going to cover that. So, very nice though. It's really engaging stuff. Like, thumbnails are bright, colorful. Really, really cool. Keep up the good work. Very nice. Aerial landscapes, guys. Did we get a link in the chat for everybody for aerial landscapes?
Yes, we did. And I love, guys, how you have a conversation in the chat as well, giving each other advice, suggestions, questions, all of that.
Perfect.
That is amazing. This is exactly what we're going for with today. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So yes, guys, if you do have questions, you can ask it to us. You can also ask each other in the chat as well. Lots of knowledgeable people here as well. So go ahead and use your time wisely. You can learn so much here.
That's right.
Yes.
I think it's time to go to our next one. What do you think?
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Peter McKinnon is up next, folks. Peter McKinnon. And there's going to be more than just what you see on the thumbnail. And remember, we're grabbing channels just randomly out of the chat, so you do not want to move a muscle. Peter McKinnon, the guy that changed YouTube. Another Canadian. I didn't plan it this way, by the way, guys. There are a lot, you wouldn't think for a small country, but we do have a lot of big YouTubers here. Out of Ontario. He revolutionized the cinematography that's used in the YouTube videos we see today. I mean, B-roll became champ from him. He has inspired tons of people. I think it's gotten to the point almost, good morning, Sparky. How are you? Great to see you. Branscombe Farm is in here. And Hoods and Jesse, Robert Garza. So many great channels. If I miss anyways, it's great to have you all in here. Remember, guys, we're going to be pulling up channels random in between the big guys, so don't move a muscle. Hit that like button and tweet out as well, so when you do get up here, tons of people will see you as well. Look at Peter's banner. You know, so simple. That's what we're telling people a lot of times. You know, they want to write their life story into it. The way to sell it is with a really great image. Minimal is key. You know, that font is such a great choice for him. It's almost, you can see it writing the way he does, and that it's got a feel for him. It's whimsical. It's adventurous. Fonts are like, calligraphy is a whole study all on its own, guys, and fonts are amazing to work with, and you take them in and you create them into vector shapes after you rasterize them, bend them and pull them, do all these amazing things. That's where some of the greatest logos come from. You know, inquisitiveness. He picked the right picture. He's got lots of black in there, so he's written right onto him, which is kind of daring to write on yourself. Not many people will take that chance.
Yep.
That is. But he's got that North Face kind of look. You know?
And he used it as a background, since it does cover almost 3/4 of his banner. You know, the black color in general. He used it as a background as well. Very smart. And
looking at the window and that. And it's done in his color grade, the kind he likes, you know, the semi-desaturated look, you know. Like I say, a master of B-roll. Inspired a whole new generation of YouTubers. Sometimes I worry it's being used a little too much. Not by his fault. That's like blaming Bon Jovi for everybody sounding like You Give Love a Bad Name. You can't blame the creator. One thing about Peter McKinnon is, I mean, you know, a lot of he doesn't put titles in his stuff. He's starting to a bit more now and then. Because of the shift in the way YouTube recommends a video at the end, you don't see the title anymore. And some people have said this over time. We said that, you know, like put in something, your logo or something, so you know. Peter McKinnon's logo is right here. You see this? I was nominated right there in that hoodie. That's his logo. That's his face. And that is his logo. And he has earned that right now that everybody knows him by there. He could still choose to use a logo, and he does have on his hat and that. But he doesn't need it right now. That's the thing. This is what sells. The problem is when we're just starting out, we don't have that push that he has. And he's earned this push. I'm not bitter at him the least. He should be 10 times bigger than what he is. I mean, the guy is a revolutionary.
And NetCruiser is right. He decided to be a YouTuber, okay? Just one day he decided to be a YouTuber. He put a ton of thought into the first video before publishing it. DIY camera hacks put him on the map with viral coverage. He also hustled to get that video covered by media outlets to launch him. Exactly. He put a lot of preparation before he even launched his channel to do that. The same, I know, for example, Huntsman did exactly the same. Before he even started anything on his YouTube channel, he already was working on it. He was already putting the word out, marketing it, and look at the success now. That's exactly what we're talking about here.
See, guys, the holy trinity of lenses. What's in my camera bag 2019? Photographer's emergency pouch. 15 things you need in your camera bag. Those are all things that he attributes much to his growth. These are what ends up in blogs. These are what ends up in Facebook discussion groups. This is what's getting them noticed. He is into some high-tech toys, but looks to have helpful tips also. Exactly, Sparky. See, there, Sparky, you in the model railway industry. 10 ways to 10 engines that rule the miniature train world. 5 things that every HR scale engineer needs in his arsenal. All those things like that is what you take and then you make them really good. How-to video, guys, is the #1 trending term on YouTube. How do this, how do that. Next is all these here, like the 5 things you must have, the essentials. These are what gets into all the groups in your niche and really gives you a lot of leverage. They're unbelievable. He owns a lot of his success to that. Going to play with my new RC. Awesome, Hillbilly Pyro. Have a great time, my friend. Have lots of fun. Always so nice to see you. Look at him in 2019. He's still doing what he did back then, even though now his growth is more stable. He is still using what works for him. And if somebody like that is using that in 2019 still and bases their growth on that, it says what we should all probably be doing more of,
Yeah, and he also very smartly, he does some of the stuff that he likes, like his passion works, and then when he sees that it starts to get slowing down, he goes into the tips.
That's right.
He dives into the tips, like Andrew said, like the stuff that works, he dives right into to bring it back again, and then he goes back into his passion works,
And once again, for reviews, like I was talking a while ago, you don't need to go and buy the latest trending thing. You're into whatever niche it is. If you're into, I don't know, I picked gardening. I've done stuff like that before. I'll go back. I'll go to trains for a minute again. Model trains. Sparky's got engines in there, probably more expensive ones than others, or an HO scale coal mine. He's redone that kind of stuff. Do a video just on that. You're painting it. Show about how you're weathering it, the different products that you're using to weather it. Or just show it as you first build it from the beginning. Whatever we're into, we have stuff like that we can film right away. That's at our fingertips. And take advantage of those moments. Make videos out of them.
And like Marquez, who reviews only phones and unboxing therapy, they started the same way. They started with unboxing and reviewing things that they had already in the house.
Yes.
That's exactly how they started. So once again, don't have to squint at big YouTubers. They all started somewhere, and not everybody had, most of them actually didn't have the team working for them right from the beginning. Obviously, as you grow, you need people to help you with any other job, any other company. You expand. That's normal, and that's okay. And why not? It's a success,
That's right. I agreed.
Yeah.
Anything else for Peter McKinnon, hon? I mean, you could make a whole show out of each one of these people.
Yes, of course. And I mean, you can say, well, look at that. He uses caps lock in his titles, or look at that. He didn't, although he started now again, use the tags on his videos or things like that. And that's where you kind of start to remember that they are big, okay? They are their own brand. They don't need to go by all the rules that YouTube have for optimization. Sometimes just adding their own name is already pushing it, because people are not discovering them most of the time by searching the topic. They're discovering them by searching their name, because that's what is the most searchable on their channel. So a little bit different rules applies to that. So you got to think in the span of how big or small the channel is.
He is getting rid of the caps, by the way, because he's been getting rid of them as well since the new things came in. You can see where he's been dropping them.
So some things for sure are definitely changing as well. But sometimes people, nobody uses tags. Look at the 100 million subscriber. Well, yeah, they don't need that, But even those sometimes do.
I noticed Peter was. I'm going to look right now and see if he's still using tags. I want to just pause that. We don't need that playing right now. There you go, guys. Peter McKinnon's tags for his video. Do not ever copy people's tags, for the love of God, guys. Don't ever do that. That will get you a community strike. Lincoln Central Coins is in. How are you, my friend?
Yeah,
great to see you.
Good to see you.
Always such a pleasure. There you go, guys. And look at, I can guess right by what he wrote here. He's pretty much at the 500 characters mark. That means he is pretty much the whole room. There you go. And once again, it's not necessary, but you know what? Every little bit helps. So, A-OK Foraging, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Yeah, and Sparky, you're right. Product videos, buying it, unboxing, using... you can use it, of course, not only for model trains, for anything. You don't have to buy it. That's the whole thing. You can even get it for free. For example, I wanted to get free makeup, right? I'm not a beauty channel. We have nothing to do here with beauty. But I want free makeup. How do I get it?
That's why.
Yeah, well, thank you. So sweet now. So I wondered, well, how can I do it, right? Because we're not going to all of a sudden start posting beauty content on our channel. It has nothing to do with it. So I applied to be on the influencer. So now I'm the influencer on influencer.com, I think. And they send me every so often free makeup to review in a box, which I do on my tiny Instagram account, really. So, guys, there's always a ways to do it. I unbox it, I review it, leave a comment, and they send more.
Yep.
So you just gotta think about the way out of the box a little bit. The way pun intended, the way out of the box, and you can always do what you want. You're just gonna think how you can make it happen from different ways.
Oh, I thought you were talking for a second.
Nope. I just wanted to remind guys that everything is possible, even free makeup when you're not a beauty channel.
All right, I'm just getting everything up here now. Let's see where we are.
Once I changed my thumbnails, my click-through rate jumped right up. My channel average is up to 12%. You are rocking it. Keep growing it. Keep getting it up. This is awesome.
Sweet. Well done. Remember, guys, we're just grabbing channels at random out between the big guys. So there's something for everybody. You don't want to move. There's no wheel, no nothing. You just might appear. Like my buddy, we've never had up here before, Lincoln Central Coins, because he does not like to do the sub for sub thing. He doesn't like to join people. He says he always comes in just to support us. So I just wanted to take a quick look at his channel. And I mean, Lincoln's got interesting... they're very interesting, but Lincoln, I wanted to talk to you about it because I want to help you out. Xenia and I are going to make you a new banner. That's something we want to do for you.
Yeah, high res, nice, crisp, with coins in them.
Yeah, because I do love you. You've been so good to us all over time. You never ask for anything in return. I always say you keep me on the straight and narrow here on YouTube. So we're going to get in touch with you very soon. We're going to get something set up for you, give you a little bit of a hand with that one. And just looking through it, guys, and seeing, I'd like to be able to get them set up with one logo that we can help him put in branding, and then just put in, he can just automatically have it updated into every one of his videos. No work, no fuss. He would do all of it for him. That would match his avatar banner and just give him that tie-in look. He's got some great images here, actually. I love the way this is captured and stuff. It speaks to his market.
And I love his logo. That can be incorporated so well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
His profile picture.
Yeah, no, I got a soft spot for Lincoln Central Coins, so it's always my pleasure. He's my buddy, so like I always say. And maybe we'll even set him up, get him help with a couple of playlists. So, can I do the full Monty? Just a couple little tweaks to get him up there, because he does a lot for his community. He inspired me a lot for that. That's part of the reason why I say that. He was one that I see, guys. I've been picking up not just from the big guy, all kinds of channels I went along, and I kind of seen his attitude towards it, And I got to say that a lot of our show, the way we do the community thing, and that it's inspired by Lincoln Central Coins. So I just always wanted to say a big thanks to him. So, and like I say, guys, he's shy. He just likes, he does his own thing and just comes in because he's just a good person to support and says hi to people and stuff. And we love him for it. So Lincoln Central Coins. So we'll get in touch with you soon, Lincoln. I think you're still an email. I don't think you have Twitter or anything, if I remember right. We've talked about that before. But we'll get in touch with you soon. But lots of love to you, buddy. Lots of love. I'm worried now if we feature him, he won't come back. Don't run away, Lincoln. I won't show it for long there. I'm back. It's oh, it's good to see you, Dr. Steinberg. It's Egbert. Oh, Dr. Stan Egbert. I'm so tongue-tied tonight. Did you hear me calling out everybody's name a while ago? No, you weren't here yet. It was a fiasco. Then that's being like polite for what I called.
And we all love it every time.
Yeah, I know. Everybody enjoys watching a train wreck.
How important is a profile pic? Yes, it is very small.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it is a good association, especially in live streams. In the comments, if it's something that is unique, I can sometimes pick you guys. I don't read who is it.
Exactly.
I can see by the logo. Plus, oftentimes people double down with it and use it as a logo on their videos as well. Yeah. So definitely, it is important. It's part of your branding.
That's what I was just gonna say. I like it to match for the branding's sake. That's something I really want always for myself when I'm doing, is that you have that connection between your banner to your avatar to your video section. When you have that, you got your brand going. Oh, thank you, Patty. Kind of.
Nah.
No, I was just putting on a brave face, but it's nice to hang out with you guys. This is chill. It's supposed to be spring break with the kids, but everybody's sick. You know. So you guys are our March break, so thank you.
Yeah, our March break is really going great. All the plans are going to nothing.
But we're making the best of it and having fun here with you guys. And
That's true.
So it's we're very thankful for that. Alrighty, guys, let's jump right over. I can never say her name right. I don't know, I'm talking about messing up names, but Rosanna Pansino. This girl has done something special on YouTube. She has taken, and why I bring her up as an example, she has taken a very, very saturated, I would probably say the most saturated in the female geared market on YouTube, and come up with such a stylish way. And that's what you were saying a while ago. I forget who it was about the nerd. She brought the nerd aspect into it, but without playing it up like with a pocket protector in her pocket and glasses. She spoke to a whole group of people, and I'd like to think just not women. I really think she reached out to a whole segment on YouTube that wanted to matter but didn't want to be ridiculed or be stereotyped, and really made it her own. And I mean, the proof is at 10 million subscribers. She's done that and then some. Oh my God, the happy Canadians in here. Holy smokes, how are you? Good to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Her thumbnails, I think, and she's kind of been a leader, if you will, on these really bright, even photos for every thumbnail. Like, she is, I wouldn't, maybe not the creator, but definitely at the forefront of really breathing like good, bright life into your thumbnails. Like every one of them could be a cover in a magazine.
Oh yes, definitely.
You know.
And it's great to watch for kids. It's great to watch for women. It's great to watch for people who love cooking. Like, she kind of covers a couple of the audience categories at the same time, which is very smart as well.
That's true. Very consistent. Guys, you notice the color grade for all of her thumbnails. None of them look like they were taken by another photographer. They all perfectly align. And that's something that we got to watch a lot of her thumbnails, is to take those extra couple of minutes and play with the saturation levels and stuff and even them out. Sometimes you got to cool them down or warm them up enough that they match your pre-existing ones. If you're not sure and you're not using oh no, Espen, I understand. Thank you so much for coming. I know it's late for you. We're honored that you stayed up this late to watch us. Thank you so very much. Zach Chase, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. This is something that a lot of channels struggle with at the beginning, is to get that even tone in their photos. And if you're having trouble with it, once you find a tone that likes, screenshot it or anything. Keep the thumbnail, anything, open it up side by side, and just play. A lot of times it's going to be saturation is your problem, and then the color balance. So if you notice too much yellow to it, slowly bringing it back, edging it over, till you get that same consistent look in each one of them.
You know, also, like, if you're using an app to create your thumbnail, like to create a picture that after you use for thumbnail, you can save the filters that you use, the sequence of filters. Like, if you're using well, basically anything, Canva, or if you use any of the photo editing apps, look, how is it called? The Seed that I'm using, the photo app.
Oh my God!
My goodness,
I can't think of it right now.
You have it on there, probably.
No, I took it off because I haven't put it on.
You can actually, yeah, I forget now, but Snapseed. There you go. Like Snapseed, you can actually save the way your picture was edited. So you can save it and apply the same filters or the same edits to the next time thumbnail that you're going to be using. So that way it has the same consistency. The same as Photoshop, if you're using, you know, or Lightroom or even Canva or anything online, you can save up those steps. So then you can use and apply them again and again and again. So it has that consistency to it.
That is so true, and it gives such a rich professional look to what you're doing, and you don't need to spend $10,000 in camera gear to do so.
No.
Another thing she does a lot, guys, is New Year's Eve cookie pop. All these things, like hitting up times of the year, stuff like that, is so important. Any kind of what people are looking for, and it's too late to do it on New Year's Day. You have to do it almost in the style as the stores do. Maybe not quite as early, but halfway between the stores and the day of the whatever holiday it is, and have content out started in advance. Really get it working out. Get your best stuff out there. Research your tags very well. All those things. Get them loaded, cocked and loaded, and you can really jump in the bandwagon. That can give you so much traction, and that's a very common technique with a lot of the big ones are doing that. They capitalize on all these events, all these holidays, whatever it is, to get their videos some extra trajectory into it, and it pays off.
And what you can do, you can download online, search and download the event calendar, it's called, or marketing event calendar. What it does, it actually gives you a calendar with all the important dates, celebrations, National Martini Day or Cute Puppy Day and all of that. So you can actually prepare your videos ahead of time for that.
That's right. It doesn't hurt, guys. It can be sitting there for a month. That gives you time to get even more research on the tags, get all set up. You can have it uploaded and, oh my God, what do you call it when you... Scheduled, upload. Yeah. So it's all ready to go on that day, and bang, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh, you are not dumb, Bill. You are never dumb. Never say that. You're never too old either, my friend. And you're not old. You're just a young pup. Story of Dory, bobbing in to show some love. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. What a pleasure to see you. I mean, the channel, it speaks for itself at 10 million. Once again, you see, banner, not much into it. Promotes her book, which is understandable. Of course, that's something too, guys. On YouTube, and it's never too early to get started doing that. Not too early to get started on that. You don't have to write a book right away, but just marketing whatever it is you can. We made the mistake of waiting a long time to do our clothing line. We should have started that way before we were monetized.
Yeah, and we wish that people that we were hanging out at that time would be more talking about the practical things you can work outside of YouTube to be good at YouTube. Because it is not only about ads. In fact, it's the least about ad revenue that you're getting. And you can work on it now before, 1,000, 4,000. It's not a pearly gates. It's not going to all of a sudden open something that you never have seen before. Work on it now. You can do a lot of things right now, even if you have 10 subscribers.
Yep.
It all depends, on the content and what you're doing there.
Simple Joy says, or International Love and Australian Day, my favorite world holiday.
Yeah.
You could do, for instance, there's a great example in all seriousness. You could be planning that out a month and a half in advance and getting videos ready, and even do a 5-day upload schedule on that and really capitalize on it.
Yeah, like
You
when we
know?
had our Your Events Iceland on Twitter, we had scheduled tweets about a whole bunch of
Oh,
things
yeah.
that weren't even connected to Instagram, but it had to Iceland. But you can always tie it in, right? You know, the national, tea day or the national this day, or just have those funny days as well included if you're in a lack of content and you don't know what to put out there. That's also something to look into.
Once again, guys, there you go. Her own playlist on her homepage, descriptive sentences. Once again, she hasn't done it with each one of them. I wish she would, even at her size, even when the Linus Tech tips and all them. I really wish they would, just for consistency's sake. I actually don't like the look of that. That bothers me because it's not consistent. Then again, I have OCD for stuff like that. But nonetheless, it's just gives it that full look. Like her doing that, she'd have such a magazine layout, like the ultimate,
Yeah, I agree.
So, but once again, just a great channel. She's found her market. She found a way to tap into it, and she's done it with a lot of integrity is what I give her the most props for. And I think that's what's really helped her go places when she first started, like to work her way up in a very, very saturated market. Yes, she's 10 million now, but she wasn't 10 million when she started. That's the big thing to remember.
No, exactly. And that's a big thing to remind yourself all the time, guys. Everybody started with that zero.
And at some point, everybody we've been looking at tonight had the exact same amount of subscribers that you have right now. Does it guarantee you're going to get big on here? Never. Nothing's guaranteed. But it means that we all have a chance to as well if you so desire. Let's see what her oldest one is that she has up. From 7 years ago. Oh my God.
But isn't that so cool? She actually have been keeping them on there, and why not?
Yep.
Lots of people are going back to her older videos because they're curious. They want to see how she looked, what she was doing. Of course, they don't look exactly the same, production value as her new ones, but that just shows her growth.
And that just shows you guys that there is hope for all of us. And I'm sure as you're going through this, you'll start to see more and more production. Things start to pick up. Things start to get better, so on and so forth. And like everything else, there's evolution. We all got to start somewhere. Most of us didn't come on here as Steven Spielberg or with $500,000 in the bank to do what we want. But it's an option to all of us, so.
Yep. Exactly, guys. And once again, thank you to everybody who's involved in the chat and the conversation about how to grow on YouTube and answering each other's questions. That is awesome. This is exactly what we're looking for. So should I start promoting my non-profit organization? How do I avoid people taking my idea if I don't have the money to protect the name or what it's about? Well, okay, you're always running the risk. If it's not registered as a company, you always are running a risk of somebody copying things. That's something that you got to be aware of. But I mean, you can't let fear guide you because you're most likely losing more on that than gaining. So I would step forward and just put your best foot forward and do the best that you can to promoting it. Register it if you can. I would suggest that would be probably the first thing you could do, and don't need a lot of money for it, but that will give you some protection for it.
Yeah, I know, just my fish. I know, we all hate that one. I wish they get rid of that red line too. Thank you, Weekend Warriors. I appreciate it so much. And speaking of great channels, guys, Sparky 107, who is getting very close to 2K.
Oh, is he now? Is he now? Where is he?
He is at 2962, guys. 2962. If you haven't checked out Sparky yet, Sparky's one of those ones that came in the community here and got to know everybody, and it's just been fantastic to so many people, and such a pleasure to meet him. And I just think the world of him. Once again, there he goes, guys. He's got his descriptive sentences under them. I love it. I really do love it. Keeps up. The only thing, Sparky, really, I hope you'll get rid of the popular uploads. The uploads one, the standard one. And let's see at the top. Make a new one, like we were saying, like Sparky 101, 107, 107. Just copy your name, space, uploads. Basically this, except put your name and this here one, and just replace it with your name. Do the same thing, a description into it. and just dump everything that you made into it, and have it set on the settings that automatically uploads and stops featuring any of the YouTube ones. You've got better like this one here, so you'll get rid of that and you'll replace it with the one we were talking about. So puts the purple icon next. Social Blade, yeah.
Sorry, I was halfway typing it.
Yeah, no. See, as it says, badge of uploading. Uploaded 500 or more videos to YouTube.
Yeah, it also shows if somebody's searching a lot on the creator, if it's trending, if it's popular on search and all of that. If it's social butterfly.
But I hope you'll do that. No problem, Dr. Egbert. No problem at all. I hope you will do that, and because people are getting tons of search results with it, and that's always great for watch time and draw. I know you're doing really well already. Doesn't hurt to do better, and just get rid of the other ones that are featured by YouTube. Feature your own, and for instance, weekly night live chats. Write a description under that as well. Just keep it nice and consistent. Walker fam, how are you? I enjoyed your video today. That was awesome, man. I had such a laugh. Thank you so much for uploading that. Really good.
Aerial landscapes. Thank you so much. I hope it helps.
Guys, if you haven't, we're not doing the wheel tonight. We're looking at big channels, but then we're grabbing channels here and there. I know a lot of you know Sparky, guys, but if you don't know Sparky, he is an awesome person. I know everybody will vouch for him in here, no problem. And he's getting close to 3K. So if you haven't subscribed to him yet, show him some love. You're gonna love having Sparky in your corner. He is awesome.
There was a sentence here from video call and show. His channel name looks like it will fall off the mobile view. Where is it even? Oh, there.
On the trailer.
Oh, yes. I would probably push it towards the center a bit more.
That's a very good point. Yeah, with everybody, with so many people viewing on phones today, 60% and climbing. Did I say model phones? I was really itching to get model in there, I noticed.
Yeah. But I most likely, yes, most likely. That's a very good eye. Thank you. I would push it a bit to the left for sure.
I know he wants to keep the Conrail in there because for his stuff, that's what really is drawing it in. But
You can still have it. Yeah. And they would have a Conrail on the locomotive.
Yeah, no, I know these engine guys. He was just thinking at the time he wants to get in because of the weather. But yeah, definitely Sparky. Yeah, I agree too. I would center it up for the simple reason is with everybody viewing on mobile phones. It's mobile phone. My God, I sound like I'm working for Nikita in 2002 or something like that. Cell phones. So yeah, definitely get it in the middle. And I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to pass the wordings on you, and I'm not going to say anything else tonight.
You can't even pronounce my name.
I know. I can't talk. I've lost all functioning skills. Maybe
you're doing good. You're doing good. We're enjoying it.
Maybe the fever's kicking in. Oh my God.
Also, your Facebook link in the channel art area. Put the subscribe icon first to grow YouTube first. Yes, good idea.
I've never looked at my phone. Yeah, it is. It's 60% and growing by the day. That's why we have to. But there are templates, Sparky, you can download for free. And I think you can see it right in Canva as well, right? They have templates.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll show you exactly in there. I work in Photoshop. Xenia doesn't, but she does Canva stuff, so she knows it better than I do. But yeah, just get Canva if you need it, and it's great for laying out because it will show you those sizes. You know, it will show you literally like this is the viewable area for phone, for tablet, and so on and so forth. But he's got a great channel, guys. So yeah, if you hadn't checked out Sparky, help him out. I want to see him hit 3K. He is getting close, and he truly deserves it. He's been such a great addition to so many people's lives since he's come here. So, Sparky, the only thing too is thumbnails. I definitely, I know you do a lot of stuff. I would really look at building a template in Canva, for instance, if you use that, and start off using it. And get some colors down. Avoid the multicolor. Really try to avoid it. Don't put much text onto it. Once again, there's where I a lot of times go to the big guys. So you're going to go in your niche. You're going to go to the big monorelia guys, 500,000, million. See how they're doing theirs. Then go and look around in channels that are big but not your niche. And see what they're doing. And look for something. Like you would want to look at the RC community, mechanics community, car racing, stuff like that. model airplanes, drone, all those ones. And look for something that's kind of gives you an idea what to do with yours. Consistency is key in the end. Same as what your niche, like anybody else's, you can spot those Wallers and all them. You can spot those brands a mile away. You know the look of them, the color almost never changes, the layout. That's what you want your channel to have as well. So keep it up, my friend. That's it, guys. Keep helping Sparky. He is only 35 away. Oh my God. I would love to see him hit. I'd love to see him hit it. Well, guys, let's see who we got up next. We've been talking so much. We've had almost everybody tonight has been Canadian except for one.
Yeah, we're not biased.
No,
it
not
just
at all.
happens to happen.
That's right. Sumi, how's it going?
Hi.
Great to see you. Great to see you. How long do you think it'll be before my format is copied? Ooh. On YouTube, unfortunately.
And I mean,
there
have been shows that do have call-in guests.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that you're copying anything. I'm just saying that everybody's trying to put their own spin on the way the talk shows are done, okay? And eventually somebody does exactly what you're doing. The best way of flattery is a syndication of your show.
In a way, yes, but if we've had problems about if they're
Yes.
blatantly copying you or like, degrading your show, almost go after them we did that before. But on that said, like if it's talk shows and you're bringing your own personality to it, anybody who tries to copy it's going to just look like a pathetic, cheap knockoff. And I'm not trying to sound smart ass, that's the truth, because they'll all be comparing themselves. Everybody will be comparing them to what you do. That's why it's so important you do it the best you can do it. So if anybody even dares try it, it's going to look way lower than what you got going on. That's probably the best advice we can give you.
Yeah, and get as fast as possible to 1,000, I would say, because I know you're a smaller, just starting channel.
Yeah.
Just because so you get that rep, which would help that question a lot.
Yeah, because people will know you by that. The word will get around, and then you'll establish yourself as it. So, yeah, that's I can't. That's about the best advice we can give you on to it.
Yeah, and we love what you're doing, by the way.
This is an example of that right here. There is a lot of unboxing channels, and yes, this is a channel from Toronto, Canada. I'm sure a lot of you have had the chance to see Unbox Therapy before. This is, and there's other good ones as well. This is one of the Cadillacs of reviews. They've been in it for a long, long time. They've had different hosts into it as well. Let's see here. Date oldest. Should have did that too with the other channels like we just did with the last one. 8 years ago. Okay? And I love, as you can see, the evolution. This is what we're saying once again. You do not, if you don't look exactly like a big one right away, well, that's good because you got your own look. Secondly, have no worries because they didn't as well back then. Yes, they got more views. They probably deleted some at the beginning. That happens sometimes. Secondly, a lot of people like to go back and watch the old ones. So either way, you can see the evolution. And remember too, guys, sometimes you have to evolve with the new way that the algorithm, for instance, that's in now. That's going to speed up evolution of channels a lot because it's going to keep changing all the time. And I'm not going to scroll right through all their time to the present, but I'm just giving you a bit of an idea. The numbers grown. They've worked hard at it, but their camera angles when he's doing his product reviews, nobody's doing it like him. And I thought for a while, why is he doing so well at it? You know, he's not a sex symbol or anything. You know what this guy has got? Remember, some people that are a bit older, you remember the days when Best Buy wasn't just the only place to buy tech equipment, or now even Amazon. Most people don't go to Best Buy anymore in the physical store. He is like that Bob's Emporium on whatever downtown street you live into in whatever city. He's got that edge to it, and he brought that to YouTube. It's that, you need a phone, we're going to get you a phone. We're going to get you a phone you're going to like. That kind of a pitch. That doesn't exist anymore, but has a real nostalgic feel for a lot of people, especially in his age group and higher, and is very entertaining to younger people who aren't as used to it. And I think that's what he brings to it so well. Thank you, son. And that's all about the only thing left to be original on YouTube is yourself is proved right here. They have an amazing camera angle. See, I'm giving away 106 smartphones. You see, they always use that epic style lens.
Fisheye.
Fisheye all the way. And it is important. I was just going to get to that. Yes, it's fisheye and the gray walls. That gives so much depth into where it is. He's right in front of you, and the rest of him is 30 feet away from you. Makes him bigger than life. And if you remember those places that I was talking about, we used to go to like old pawn shops, those Bob's Radios and Computers Emporium type of store. They were rough personnel. They weren't rough as they weren't working for the mob, but they were street guys. There was a little hustle behind it all the time. That's character. There's tons of review channels out there. They got 13 million, and my biggest opinion is those things there, and it all mostly leads back to his personality. Is 99% of them. It's fun. It's engaging. It draws you in. You almost want to know what's coming next. You like a little bit of the coarseness. It's not so. Well, today, folks, we're going to be talking about the LG 426 monitor, and yes, there is features underneath of it. Come on, you want a monitor. Everybody uses a monitor. Your mother's asking for a monitor. This is the kind of monitor. She's going to love it. It's true. It's fun. It's almost got a bit of that carnival thing. And truth be told, his character is what inspires me a little bit for what I do on the wheel.
Yes.
That's the truth. And most times when that happens, you do it subconsciously. But I can't be him. But I do get a bit of that grandstanding from him. That's where we pick up things from bigger channels and we learn from. It's not just going and watching what they do. I mean, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But us as creators sometimes have to look a little deeper into watching something. And when you watch it, you're not even thinking about it. You're like, why did I like that? Go back and watch it again. This time now, analyze it. See what's making you think in there. And what little bits of here and there can make what you do even better. And that's a really, really important point. You cannot copy. And you cannot become somebody who you're not. Because audience today are too savvy. Those days are long gone. It's not the 80s anymore, where everything's fixed with a piece of pie and a little handshake talk at the end of the table. They're gone. So you need to be honest, but you can accentuate the points of your real life to make them more palatable as a performer, as versus being a character where you're trying to be somebody else. And that's what he does. And if you ever get a chance, if you haven't seen him, he's phenomenal for it. He's almost makes you feel like he's letting you in on this little secret. And just because you're there, he's going to tell you. And that's what all those salesmen were like. They always made you feel like you just came in at the right time. I'm going to let you in on something that nobody else knows except for the other 40 people I just told this morning. But that's my job as a salesman. So you really, really got to dig into what these guys do. Because like the thumbnails are not, that's one thing with this channel, the thumbnails are not really that great in perspective. They're very to the point.
They're not distracting.
No.
The background is not distracting, which helps AI a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very signature for them, as you were saying before too.
Yep, exactly. Versus Linus, who everything is just it's like a movie poster telling you to come inside.
Yeah.
They're kind of going the opposite. But once you're in, you're hooked, and that's where I think they bank onto a lot of these guys here. They really do bank on once you see it, you're not going to be able to look away. Anything else about this one, hon?
No, just another Canadian built himself from ground up, as Andrew was saying, and again started reviewing things that he had around his house.
Yep, that's right.
Didn't even buy things first, just what he had.
They're there, guys. A house is full of things that can be reviewed. That's the nice thing.
Oh my God! Just look in your kitchen.
Yep, you could do a year's worth of reviews just on what you got in there. Just do them properly. Don't mill them out. Put love and effort into them. Treat it like if you do it that way, treat it as if you just got it from the company and they want to see your best job for it. Because if you do a really good job of it, chances are the company's going to see that you did it, and they might be just getting in contact with you to do more, and this time they are sending you stuff.
Yeah.
It all starts somewhere.
Yes, exactly. always think if you do want to make it big on YouTube, think about how it's gonna look. How does it look for companies? You know, every video that you put out, if that's what your goal is out there for them to review as your potential part of portfolio, so to say.
And as a sign up, guys, try not to pretend that you're a bigger company than you are. Be the best you can at what you're doing, because that will keep you sincere as well as good quality, and that's a very good mix. I've seen people sometimes overshoot that, and then they're trying too hard, you know, and the naturalness comes out of it. And then that's when people start to see the mistakes that you're doing into it because you're pushing it too far. Be the best you can be. Always shoot for 10% better than you did the last time. But don't do it enough that you lose your personality into it. It is key.
And Sparky says, don't be afraid to call the companies, even if they say no. Some of them will take a look at you and might just contact you. And if they might not contact you now, they might contact you later on.
And if they say no, at least you're getting practice on how to talk to companies.
Yes, by not doing it, you're already getting no. So there's nothing to lose. You only can gain from there.
And one last thing on that, guys. Remember, and I worked in a big distribution company that got calls for stuff like that back then. Don't call a company demanding something or thinking that they must give you something and they're missing the boat. Be very respectful about it. It's a still product and they have this final right onto it. You're just coming up. They're not worried about it. It's more of an inconvenience for them at that time when you're new to start it. So just take your time with them. Let them get to know you. Don't push it with them. If they say no, thank them very much for the time, and I just want to let you know, can I still send you an email with my YouTube channel? I'd like you to keep watching what I do. Maybe we can talk later on down the road. Never burn a bridge by pushing. Another channel, guys, since we talked about that one, I said how it influenced me on the wheel. Here is probably the channel that's influencing Xenia and I the most on what we do. Tony and Chelsea Northup.
Oh, yes. And we watched them even before we got anything into YouTuber things, because they're photographer and videographer.
Yep.
That's just what we do as a company, as through the day when it's on season. We love them.
we do, and we never even realized it at the time when we first started. It was only about 2-3 months into it. We were on vacation working on our house, and you know that night where you're done after 14 hours, after a couple of 14-hour days, and you just sit down to have a beer on the moonlight's out. We're sitting on the gallery, and we're kind of like, how did we ever end up? Oh, the music's loud? Oh, I didn't notice. Okay, here, I'll bring that down some. Sorry about that. There. Bring that down a little bit. Thank you so much for letting me know, crap my dad makes you say. And we started talking about how did we end up in live streaming, and then finally, did we have anybody who influenced us? Did we take notes from people? And that's where it comes like subconsciously. You do get inspired. Nicole Dean, I understand it's 3 a.m. and you have an awesome night. Thank you so much for coming. And they're a husband and wife team, and I think there's a lot of personality traits sometimes comes in.
Oh, if you just watch one of their videos, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
And it's completely unintended. It just happened. I don't know.
And we're not identical to them either.
No.
They have their own way of doing things, their own style and that. But we definitely took points from them. And I think a lot of it was we take what we do extremely, extremely seriously, which they do, and I love the way they do that. They really do. They know their stuff. They take time. They never release things just for the sake of releasing it. When they release it, they're ready to handle all the questions that come with it. But they also don't take themselves too seriously, and they laugh together, and they have a spirit, a joking spirit behind it.
Yeah, they just cracked 1 million just a couple months ago.
Yes.
And I mean, they were so excited, like kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were excited too. We watched their live reviews. Like I watch a lot and enter to their live photography reviews that they do. And they're very, very interesting. And their subjects are different sometimes. I watched his latest video. I think it is one of the latest ones about the famous geography, National Geographic picture and reveal of the actual story behind the Pakistani girl that was captured on there. It was interesting. They do reviews, they do photos, they do reviews on cameras, they do live streams, they do photo shoots, kind of come with on a photo shoot with them. But it's still under the photography and video roof, all under one.
Really great channel, guys. Once again, they get a little more leeway on this because they're bigger, but
obviously they have built before
Yeah.
as professionals outside of YouTube, and only then in YouTube.
Exactly. But there's so much we can pick up from all these channels. But also remember that too, that sometimes these channels, as they're bigger, they get a bit more leeway than us. I just wanted to mention again. So sometimes there's a few things. So you always got to cross-reference and check what they're doing now. Will it work for me at my size? But that doesn't mean there's not tips and tricks along the way to pick up. It's just keeping your eyes open and learning from these guys, and then incorporating it into your own. Never copying. Copying is the worst thing. As soon as you're going to copy, even if you don't get caught doing it, you're going to get compared to it. And if you copied something, most likely they were doing it a lot better than you. That's why they caught your eye in the beginning. You don't want to be a trend follower. You want to be a trend setter. And that's one thing that all the channels so far we've gone through tonight have in common. They've all been trend setters. They've made their own destiny onto it. Oh, thank you so much, Cardosa Media. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I know we're trying new things sometimes, and then this was actually a fun thing to do. What do you think, hon?
I love it. I'm enjoying it too.
Yep.
I'm glad to hear the feedback. Thank you, guys.
Oh, I'm enjoying all the conversation and the chat and everything. And that's what it's about, guys. It's about engagement, inspiring each other, learning from each other, discussing things together. It's a team effort. We're lucky to have each other together like this. These are just like on the fly think tanks. That's what's so cool about it. We all just got to keep striving to get better, guys. Better and better and better. We can't rest on our laurels. And that doesn't mean we have to turn into Steven Spielberg. It doesn't mean we have to turn into Will Smith or any of that stuff. It just means we have to keep getting better at what we do. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cardosa. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, doctors. Dr. Egberg, thank you so much. Bits of Real Panthers in. Great to see you. Hope you're doing awesome. Terrell is still here, our original wrench. That's right, guys. Back when there was only one wrench, it was Terrell's artwork channel. Video Collins Show. Enjoying having you in here. Such a great addition. Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Great channels, guys. Stacy, here we go again, who's she is enjoying herself tonight because her husband is having a baseball game. So she said she's all ours. Oregon Brenda, Canada. Love having you in here. Is Leonard Shea in here? Did I just see? I've seen hi, Leonard. Pat Rock Media has just been fantastic connecting with again. Virgin FPV, love having you in, my friend. Always such a pleasure. I know it's late for you right now on the other side of the pond, but we really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely awesome. Please don't forget, guys, to hit the like button. And yeah, I don't know. There's like that was a channel for us that was a kind of a definer for us, helped us find our feet in what we're doing here. But for all of us, I mean, on YouTube, guys, this is another channel you definitely want to connect with. They do a lot of great tips on shooting, and it's not patronized. They're very well informed on what they talk about, very well informed. And yes, sometimes they'll go a little bit far into the technical, but they always come back and have room, for everybody. So, oh, Patty, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it is all MU free music. That's right. Everyone you hear is from there. It's so nice to have you in here, Patty Broussard. Always such a pleasure to see you. And yeah, it's got a nice feel now. Brought it down a little bit. See where I just grabbed some choco fudge ice cream. Got at least half. Oh, thank you, Stacy, for sharing that one.
Bits of Real Panther.
Guess where I gotta drive to right when this live stream's done? I know where she's gonna be asking for.
Well, no, you got cookies already for me and juice that I'm looking forward to after.
Oh, Artero, so nice to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Yes.
Awesome talent. So nice to have you up on the board.
So I'm looking forward to Wednesday.
What does plus 30% resolution mean? Huh?
Where? You're gonna be a little bit more specific what exactly you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're talking about one of his videos, he actually gave tips on how you can do it, which is not really suggested always, but how you can increase the resolution. Yeah, so check out the video. Check out the video. Something resizing to the bigger size is not always suggesting.
Oh, I crazy we're
but
not.
sometimes it's good for the certain things, and that's exactly what he's talking about.
You're too kind.
Oh my, yes. We love meeting people. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet up with Junk Pics on the weekend because our daughter got sick.
That was too bad. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And everybody is getting sick as they go now. But we definitely love meeting people. And now when the weather is going to get a little bit warmer, we might do a little bit more traveling, maybe outside of this area too.
I'm just looking, trying to think of channels right now. I know who I'm going to bring up. Somebody completely.
I had a review from McKinnon about a year ago. We had some good feedback, Simple Joyce says, but I never had or asked for channel reviews since. If you ever felt like it, I would welcome it. Well, thank you. I mean, Nick Nimmin does it on a regular basis.
Alrighty, guys, guess who this is?
Wow.
Isn't that hard to guess? Isn't that hard to guess? Can anybody say amazing YouTube branding?
Yeah.
Years of work, many, many years. In it, way more than people realize just how long he was doing what he's been doing. This is branding, folks. This is what we're always saying about making something your own on the thumbnails so you never have to even read the title and you know it's from. Mr. Phil DeFranco is a great example of that. And yes, his face is into it, but always he has other people into it. That layout, that red and white YouTube background, you probably didn't realize that it's the YouTube logo buttons back there. You shouldn't even have to. You should just be able to look at it right away. I know where you're going. This is face recognition. This is earned over time. And this guy is a legend at it. That's right, iCrazy. Exactly. We're on the same page. Patricia Sprinkles, how are you? Good to see you again. I seen you were in at the very beginning. Welcome.
And this guy have been building it from grounds up. One of his companies actually sold for a great profit.
Yep.
That he built the first media company that he had.
That's right.
And now he's building another one, and with great success, I must say.
And you know what's the other reason why I brought him up? I hear sometimes people saying, "Oh, well, they're always picking the little channels and they don't do anything to the big ones." Have a talk with Phil DeFranco about that one.
Oh yeah.
He, the man of not being promoted. I kid you not. I mean, this guy is demonetized, limited monetization, umpteen times a week.
Yep.
He is for a lot of people weekend warrior, exactly, and that's because he's been out there for so long. And that's what it takes, building up a brand, and he's still, at this size, is still pushing that brand the same as he's done for years. He really has.
Yeah, and the latest mashup was
with... No, none of that. SN Digital, none of it. No asking for subs. No treating subs like currency at all. Sorry.
And the latest mashup with YouTube was when YouTube actually Twitter promoted his video, but then demonetized it.
yeah, exactly.
Which was like, wow. Yeah. So yeah, he knows all the up and downs of being a YouTuber. That's for sure.
That's right. What is okay? Time.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. There we go. That's surprising after all that time to get that bad.
Yeah.
Too bad. Okay. On to bigger and better things, guys. Let's see, date oldest. I know he's had a couple gone from the beginning. Look, 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Isn't that mind blowing?
Oh, it is. And then I love again how he's still leaving those up. You know, like. And he says that he was, a jerk back then, and stuff that he said is awful, and he wouldn't do it now. But he owns up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think I respect. Might not like everything that he does every video,
Yeah.
but I do like that he owns up to it.
Oh yeah, there's times I can find him annoying by times.
Yeah.
But I've got nothing but total respect for him, and I still go to him when I'm looking for something, especially on YouTube, new things that have come out. There's new things. This is where I'm getting a lot. This is what I watch a lot of times. This is one of the, because I don't get to watch the big ones as much as I used to. But what I do, this is one of them. Most likely while eating supper or something like that, or getting ready to go on with you guys, I'll watch this like at 6 o'clock while I'm setting up OBS and stuff, just to get any new updates, because it usually comes on around that time. He uploads his newest video. Guys, being seen, and you can do it even at our sizes by the people. Once the people recognize you the way they do Philip DeFranco, you're already on that path. And if you keep it up as you're growing, it just means more and more people are going to know that right away. You've already built that recognizable brand that will help you if you get a chance to get into these sizes.
Yeah, and the branding is spectacular. I mean, talking about that. And he also has been experimenting, talking about reviving your channel. They have started new uploads in the morning now, which they haven't done before, which are a little bit more in-depth content, different content, and things like that. So, even big channels are still trying to do something new, something different.
Like Ortero Studio says, I just recently found out about him through smaller YouTubers, but I tend to enjoy the small YouTuber community content more. We do, and that's great. It's just, we kind of seen like a bit of like I've been seeing that for months, and other places I've been and stuff. There's like this persistent like despising hate towards big YouTubers, and people are sometimes missing the opportunity to go and look and see that there is some things, not just to watch them for enjoyment, but we're talking more tonight about how we can find things that they're doing that we can bring back and incorporate into our channels to help us grow. It's once again like listening to music, or artistry, we like being in our groups, and we got to support our groups, but it's also good to know, like, for your instance, like the Stan Lees and all that we can pick maybe little techniques up from them, and not just for drawing, but for marketing or how to be seen, or it's like indie comics. Yes, exactly, Ortero. That's what it is tonight. Is more. I do, because I know some new ones come in, and they go into play, and they're just getting like this bombarded with this, despise all these big ones, and they get everything for nothing, and they never work. And that's not true. That a lot of these ones we've all shown tonight are self-starters. Most of them have many years on YouTube, as with Phil DeFranco, who we seen went back 12 years in videos. That's a long time. That's a long history. It's not, he didn't get to 6.3 million. He didn't get a lot of that success till way later on, years later. Psst. Hey there, lovely Susie channel.
The video is rolling.
Oh my God. There we go. Jeez. Hey there, Susie. How are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Susie's in the house. Hi, Susie. So good to see you.
I don't know why we're talking.
Because she said, psst.
Okay.
Hello, lovelies.
Petra Media says, as a gamer, I really like Boogie 29088.
Yep.
Yes.
We watch Boogie. We haven't watched them in a while, but we have been followed them a lot. Boogie.
iJustine, yes. iJustine has had a whole new generation of YouTubers following her.
And not to put on the set, but she has been like showing like bringing in more females into it. As long as she's got a big followership of guys as well, who respect what she does and stuff, and she's no slouch when it comes to the tech world. There's Boogie, guys. Anybody doesn't know Boogie lost. He's had gastro bypass. It must be close to a year now.
Must be, yeah.
And through that all, went through a divorce after all those years of, some of the most heartbreaking stories going. Cab 7, I was telling him when Cab watches them already. Cab can smell an inspiration story.
Good. I haven't seen his videos for a while.
He's losing a lot of weight. He's doing really good. And that was the trailer from 8 months ago. That's he's been doing really well. He's been doing good. He does more of a kind of indie style on a big format. He he kind of doesn't follow a lot of the rules when it comes to what bigger YouTubers are doing. And it's kind of neat like that, but not many people can pull that off. It's a very renegade style, and not everybody can do that. You know, lots of text in here. He's still using that white with, you know, the emboss, not the emboss, but the drop shadow underneath. You know, bright red colors. Boogie's got some controversy with him, but I've always appreciated him. And there's a sign of somebody who's made it using the old ways. Boogie's been into it a long time, a very long time. Unfortunately, one of his most popular videos is when he did a oh my god, I just lost all train of thought and communication tonight. Back flop when he was almost at 600 pounds. That was 700 years ago. 7 years ago. Oh my god. The train is off the tracks and into the
guys,
woods.
you asked how are we feeling. This could illustrate how are we feeling. Yes, today I found out Otero Studios is watching as well. We watched it too. And yes, guys, if you're just joining us now, we are not promoting bigger channels. That's not what we're doing here. We're trying to show you how we are doing. This is what we do behind the scenes when we are going to look for what has been changing, what has been trending, what are bigger YouTubers doing. Yeah. We go through these YouTuber channels and see what they're up to, how they're doing things. This time we decided to do it together with you. So we kind of do a little workshop review, so to say, to get a little bit of tips from them as well.
Like we get from Boogie, who was 7 pounds 700 years ago. Might as well own it at this point and just run with it.
Well, you know, be inspirational in a lot of ways.
Oh my god.
I would like to know what is his, serum of youth is.
Yeah.
Forget anything else.
Oh my god. But he has lost a lot of weight. Mr. Crowley. Mr. Crowley. Doon, doon, doon. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. But he has lost, like I said, gastric bypass surgery, went through a severe divorce. He's handled depression, suicide attempts over the years. Everything that a person can throw at somebody, he's gone through. He tried to basically eat himself to death, for lack of a better term, and many other things, and turn his life around, and he is one amazing person. So there's also the content. You see, even though he doesn't use a lot of the fancy new versions of thumbnails and everything that most people do, that makes him a renegade. People that like Boogie really, really connect to him, and people that aren't big on Boogie really connect to him, because he is one big shot of honesty that's rare the bigger you get on here. And that's what draws. There's where character, guys, and that's why I brought him up. I was glad you had mentioned him. He has character that you cannot put a price onto, because he is more him than you'll ever meet somebody on this channel, on this platform. And that just speaks about how, when you really bring the truest part of yourself to YouTube, how much people can connect with it. And when people connect with you emotionally, you're going to grow. Like, we had our channel flagged this summer. It was unbelievable how many people came to our rescue right away. Even channels that we hadn't seen in a while. And a lot of it, guys, was Pusa Studios as a name. But we realized at that moment at how much people got to connect with Andrew and Xenia. And that's why it's so important to bring your character into what your channel is. And this might sound weird, but even the Susie channel, who never shows anything but her hands and sweets, she's still Susie doing it. And it just shows you don't need to have to talk. You don't have to. It's not how you talk. It's not how you do things, how you look. It's how you do things. It's how you let people know you. Honesty on here goes so far. Bare bones raw really goes far. You don't need to tell everybody your deepest, darkest secrets. You're entitled to a real life as much as anybody else, and you don't need to say everything that happened in your life. That's not necessary. You know, you don't need to become a tragedy on here, a pity case. You just got to be you and give people enough that they want to feel close to you. And when you do that, you can make a lot of mistakes and people will still stand by you. And when you do things right, people really want to celebrate with you. So remember, guys, I've said it time and time again, the only real original thing that you have on YouTube that you can bring to the table is you. Nero comes in.
We all can have opinions.
Yes.
We still talk, no matter what the opinions are, he still has been growing.
Yes.
Throughout the challenges, and we can all relate to a little bit of that.
And it is, guys. And even the people, and he's gotten hate. He has gotten death threats. He's gotten the whole gamut. But it's been targeted at him, even though the name Boogie gets thrown around. It's because he's been him. I mean...
Well, his other character have been under fire there a little bit, too.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so, guys, everybody, and, we think, oh, my God, we have to deal with trolls, or we have to deal with dislikes, or we have to deal with YouTube glitches, or whatever it is. But then multiply it, with the channels that have been in the same situation as we are now, but now they're bigger. They still have the same things, just multiplied by, tens and hundreds. And that sometimes brings, I think, the point, at least in my head, it's like, we're not the only ones here.
And who else just saw Purgatory Paranormal? You're never late. You know how that works already. When you got here, it was just the right time to show up. And I'm just glad you came to say hi. Always great.
Are you going there?
I am going there.
Oh my.
Okay, guys. Okay, I want to try something with you guys. I need all your help, okay? I want you to tell me if you recognize this channel, please, okay? Let me put it there. Yeah. Let's try this out just to see how observant you guys are on YouTube. See how you know YouTube. If you know this channel, type number 1. Does anybody know this channel? Anybody recognize this channel?
Probably not.
Exactly. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? Dr. for those sweets. The legend, PewDiePie, guys. PewDiePie. How many times does people get to use that in their vocabulary? I have rather salty opinions of PewDiePie, and I'm not surprised, Bits of Real Panther. Lots do. He is controversial. And not just for some of the stuff he says. Some people find it he's controversial because they just don't plain like him, Just My Fish says not a legend, LOL. Hey, exactly. Brings out a lot of good and bad in everybody. We were debating when we were talking about doing this tonight if we're going to bring up PewDiePie or not. He's divisive. He's also Survivor. And a lot of us need to remember that sometimes on here. A lot of us need to realize we can have a lot thrown at us, and it's a test of if we're going to be here or not. I think he's mediocre talent, a mediocre talent who excelled because he got into the YouTube game early. Very true, Bits of Real Panther.
Sometimes it is of where and when and how you are. But nevertheless, he has been dealing with lots of, bad stuff from YouTube, from subscribers, and all of that. And he does symbolize, kind of, especially with his T-Series now challenge, he does symbolize a creator, not a corporation, but a creator succeeding into something, because he did start on his own. No matter where he is now and what he's doing, he did start on his own.
I find he's changed a lot over the years. I think he's rebranded himself. I know a lot of comedians find him mediocre. I get that. Sometimes I find him quite funny by times in a tongue-in-cheek way. I wouldn't say he's the funniest person that ever lived by any stretch of the word. I'm not the biggest PewDiePie fan in the world. People ask me if you prefer T-Series to win or PewDiePie. Well, I pick PewDiePie because he's a real person. That's simple. That's my take onto it.
Yeah.
But I see him as a real survivor because, once again, we always say the big people are always promoted on here and protected, and he was anything but. And he could have bowed out, and he didn't. He doesn't go too overboard on any of his thumbnails or anything like that. Doesn't tend to follow a lot of the trends to really grow your channel. He is the face of YouTube. I feel that also YouTube kind of turned their back on him a bit, where they should have been letting them be more like celebrated for being that big of a number, milked it for themselves more. But whether you like him, whether you don't like him, every one of your points is very valid. And he has a way of doing that without ever really forcefully in the last couple of years trying to be relevant. And no matter how much is thrown at him, he still gets up in front of a camera with nobody around, and he still makes videos and people still watch him.
Yeah, and he's not huge.
No.
He has couple people only, like and at his size, you know, having only couple people doing things like helping, I think as assistant and maybe one other person, like it's really tiny.
Yep.
So it you know, not a fan per se every time.
Yeah.
But you know, respect. And honestly, I do agree that maybe if he would have started YouTube now with the content that he have, probably wouldn't be growing as much. I would say. Yep. But he is where he is, and respect for that.
Why I brought him up, guys, is that was kind of to learn from these guys and to also realize that there's a message behind all of it as well. And he is kind of the pinnacle of it. Whether you like him or hate him, he's been on, here's a video from 8 years ago doing Minecraft. And he found something that worked on here. He ran with it. He did put a lot of work into it. Have a great night, Susie. Be well. Much love to you. Is that we're better off putting work into what we do. And if you see something you don't like, it's easy just to go at something because it's bigger or whatever, more trigger. The best way you can combat it is to put more work into what you do. Eye on the prize. This is my channel. This is my way. I believe this is really going to get out to the masses. This is what's going to attract people. And just go for it. Don't worry about what the other ones are doing. Concentrate on what you got. And nobody can take that away from him. It has paid off, you know. Oh, video call and show. So great to have you in here. Always such a pleasure. Thank you so much for dropping by. 88 million, guys. It's a lot. And he is the first one to say, you know, when they did it, it's because of these ramp up things where people are going to get close. They asked him one time, they said, do you think there's some mods? He's like, yes. He goes, what can you do? You know, some people are probably trying to get him up. Either way, he's never really dwelled on that stuff and just focused more on being him. And that's what's really important. And that's what we all have to do, is focus on being us. Not getting distracted. Remembering that we all have an important message to share out here. And you guys really do. You guys are hanging in here tonight this long on this. This shows just how much you guys care about your channel and what you do. And I hope you'll just keep putting that passion like that into yours. The sky's the limit, guys. Whatever you got. You've noticed there's been something from each channel tonight as we've talked about them. I'm not going to PewDiePie for design aspects. I'm not going to him for tags or anything. The thumbnails are meh. Really. But, you know, hey, Push Studios, I was thinking that a section in your Discord for video suggestions and criticisms might be a helpful tool for the community as a whole.
Yeah, great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Video suggestions and criticisms. Okay.
Yep. Jeanette Pickering, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Point taken.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a note somewhere. Thank you.
That's why we don't focus too much on it lately. We've had it lately. I mean, like everybody else, we've gotten trolled. We've gotten ones trying to pick with it. We've had all kinds of stuff coming in here. People trying to wing us into stuff and we know what they're doing by coming in and trying to do it and opening up a kettle of worms, and we don't bother with it. You know, we get called, oh, come meet me here and come do this and that. We do none of it because we focus on what we do. And it's not always easy, but in the end, that's what we're here for. That's why we came on YouTube to do. Some maybe not. Everybody has their things, I guess, they want to do in here. We know what we want to do, and we're sticking to it steadfast. And you got to have an action plan. You can't come on YouTube and just be meandering through all the messes. it's like going through the jungle. You're gonna get hooked up in the reeds if you keep doing it by the distractions. You know, that's a big part of it.
Oh, Imguff is here as well. Hey, are you not asleep? Are you not asleep?
That's a late night for you.
I wanted to message you about something the other day. Yeah, remember that. I will tweet you the message because you popped in my head last week, and then I forgot. Thank you for coming in. Crazy Chicken, dude, are you in Alabama? Yes, Alabama had a level 4 tornado yesterday, unfortunately. So sorry to hear about the aftermath. I hope that you're nowhere near there.
Oh, crazy. I don't have a plan. I'm still finding, but that's okay, Gary. You're looking for, you know that you're looking for your voice. That's a good thing. It's when people come out and they don't even realize they're looking for the voice, or they get distracted and then forget to look for their voice. You know, that's still part of a plan. You know, you want to have a voice on here, so that's good. That's a good thing. You're in the right direction. It'll come. It'll speak to you. It takes time sometimes to find. Starting a YouTube channel is a bit like going to university or college. I'm going to be in the sciences. I'm going to be a scientist. There's nothing else in the world I'm going to do but scientist. You take an elective and something else, and then it's like, well, Mom, Dad, I was thinking it over, and I decided that I want to be a, I don't know, philosophy major. You know, it happens. Very few people who start off in life with a career goal tend to actually follow through with it. They tend to go and do other things, so that's just a part of life. So don't feel bad about that. The main thing is you realize that you are looking for a voice and you do need one. That's good to hear. So you'll find it. It will come to you. Sorry, I just had to take a look for a sec. There we go. So I hope you guys kind of got where we were going tonight with everything. Think about your passion and just start sharing it. Then do your best to improve by each video you create and watch others and learn. YouTube is the best college these days. Thank you, Patty. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. That's right. I couldn't agree more.
Not trending on YouTube. Yeah, Sean Dawson is meeting with Susie, the CEO of YouTube next month, talking about what's trending on YouTube, and specifically how to see what's trending without the trending page, because obviously the trending page is picked manually, but how to actually see what is trending by views, not by manual review. So he's going to be having an interview.
That's going to be really cool.
He tweeted at her.
I'm not a big fan of him, but that'll be something to watch.
Oh, definitely. You know, just to have a voice, for the creators to voice their opinions and questions. Definitely. Why not? As
an educator and student advisor in a college, I see that every day. It's those that change their minds that excite me the most. You see their passion reignited. Pet Rock Media, well, isn't that just amazing?
Yes.
Very, very, very well said. I like that a lot. I do.
What do you think about Manfrotto tripods? Just got one open box at Best Buy.
Ooh.
Not familiar, me personally.
I know the name. I mean, I don't know the newest one. They're a very expensive line. They're very good quality. Anything Manfrotto, you're getting a good name into it. So I without even seeing, I assume it's amazing. They're a big hit with a lot of the big YouTubers and that. Oswald, how are you? Steve Miller as well. Sorry I didn't say hi to you, Olgo. I meant to, and I was in the middle of something, but it's great to see you in here. Great to see you in. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've kind of covered. That was just it. It was kind of looking for channels that all had a different theme to them that were bigger. The big thing, guys, I want you to take away from it is it's easy to hear the whole rant about, oh, just hate them and we're in them. And you don't have to. It's not that you have to like any big YouTubers or all big YouTubers or anything. But to me, doing that would be the same as hating all small YouTubers or all medium-sized YouTubers. We're missing out. And I realized that years ago when I worked in music. I seen all the fans that were always like, oh, metal rules. I'll listen to country. All this stuff, all this fighting, all this narrow-minded stuff. Every musician I ever met from every genre was so open to everything. And they would leave their show, say that country guitar picker, and he'd go over and listen to some like Brazilian beat, you know. And it just shows you the creators that really grow are the ones that their minds opened. They want to learn everything. They want tips from everywhere. And don't let yourself get pigeonholed. You know, not everything in life is B-rolls. Not everything in it is first-class plays. It's a mix of all those. That's their voice. Use little bits and pieces for all of them to inspire you to find your own. Leave your mark on here with something really original. And if you do original, you have the best chance of making it because nobody else has done it before. And it doesn't mean you have to come up with a new trend that never existed. You just got to bring a lot of you into it. And I hope you will get that. And don't judge a book by its cover. Even as sad as it sounds, even some of the big YouTubers, give them a chance to look and see what they do. Use their money, even some of them that have the money. If they have so much insight to YouTube as everybody believes, well, then they must have the most answers on what to do to make it in this place. You know? And don't close doors on yourselves. That's all it. When it comes down to it, we're all human. No matter what size your YouTube channel is, just try to be genuine and it will come. Patience and passion are key. Love what you do. Jackie Hutter, that's exactly right. That's it. And it's a long way to go, but it's as simple as that to get on the right track. Mm-hmm. And I hope that inspires you guys tonight some. I hope it will inspire you to look at things a little differently. Give you guys a new optimism on what you do. You guys count. You matter. That's why I say I like these type of nights, because these are where people who are really serious about their channels tend to really hang out for that, because they're looking for anything that will help them grow. So my takeaway always, learn from the best, always be you, always be genuine. Crap my dad makes me watch. You're right. That's right. Danny G, I have a question. My channel is pretty plain. What art program do you suggest to brighten up my channel? Whatever art program it is, just Canva. If you're not sure which one, I mean Canva. It's just because it's a lot easier.
No, we're not paid by it.
No, we're not paid.
We
by
are
it.
certified content creators, but we're not paid by it or sponsored or anything like that.
Exactly. Whatever one it is just play around your saturation. Remember, guys, you can give it a little more saturation, a little more punch if you want, because it's going to be small. So you get a little more lenience. Don't lose the feel. Don't make them look like they have suntans or anything like that. But just you can give them a little more punch. They're smaller, so it's that little extra will help them be seen. So I would love to stay. No problem, Shane Rito. It's been such a pleasure having you, and I think we're just about to close everything off for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to say thank you to you guys for being here, and this has been so much fun. And we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Tech Talk Tuesday. So, barring that Xenia or I don't get too sick, of course. That's the only thing. But we'll play that one by ear, but we'll put up the link tomorrow if we're on. So, thank you guys so much for everything. This has been absolutely phenomenal hanging out with you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Do we have somewhere to send them?
Well, we can find somebody for sure.
Yep.
My YouTube has been like I can't even refresh some of the pages.
Well, then why don't we just do a link then for tonight? Send the cinematics or something, or do you have somewhere to go? If you don't,
let's do the link, because that's fine.
You can't. You want me to get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, guys.
Of the playlist, I might have it. Which
Okay.
one do you want?
Cinematics.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, guys. Thank you once again for everything. Xenia's gonna put the link in. Hope you guys can check out one of our cinematics. It's just we're trying to get them rejuvenated a bit. So if you could help us out, watch one or two videos. If you can leave a comment, that would be awesome. and see some of the stuff we did before we were doing all the live streams on here.
We do appreciate if you
Yep.
can come back to our live stream here after it gets published and leave a comment on what have you liked, what have you learned, some reviews, so to say, on the tips and so on. We like the feedback.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you so very much. And you know what? We'll see you really soon. Much love to you all. Cheers and keep creating, guys. Have a good one.